Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. Are we live? I don't like the format. I like it this way. Not this way. Yeah. Stand by as we wait for guest. Means I gotta set this up a weird ass way, don't I? Stella. Uh, welcome, Stella. Apparently, I'm lacking in intelligence right now. Uh, okay. Oh, see if that works. Okay, I dig it. Welcome to Lackluster Fridays. Stella, Devil Dog, Joe. Uh, sorry, I'm a little late. I was taking a very nice nap. Oh, brother Rooster. Boom. Thumbs down and fuck you. That's right, folks. Please hit that thumbs down button and you're weapons free for the fuck you emoji. Um, wow, I am very lackluster right now. I just woke up an hour late. I slept I fell asleep at like 6:15. I was like, okay, I can sleep till 7. Yeah, yeah. No, man. I I just went boom. I just woke up maybe 5-10 minutes ago. Yeah. It's been one of those days, one of those weeks, one of those years, one of those lives, one of those decades, one of those millenniums. Yeah. So I am waiting on a guest. So welcome to Lackluster Fridays with guest. Yes, indeed. So I will be sending out Celtic Grandma. Hello, hello. Let me see if I can make you blue in this configuration. I do not like this configuration. It is long ways. So I don't know what it looks like to you. To me, my phone is like this. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, this shit. Uh, there's some interesting. Uh, take the eye power nap. Oh man, so I'm feeling kind of out of it. My coffee is done. I have given out the link. Uh, this Friday is tomorrow. Yesterday now. Damn it, I can't see to tell. Right, Blade. So I'll be sending out. I'm hoping to send out this link after the first guest arrives. Which I think it's going to be Highland Husky. I promised him the first crack at it, but it appears he is not. So um, to Discord I go. There's Highland Husky. Highland Husky, check your emails. Highland Husky, check your emails. I have sent the link and hoist the mail sail and lack all the lusters. Ha! Right on book. Oh, -40 with the windshield. Ah, right on, Canagen. Yeah, that's fucking cold. Here I am thinking that 13, 16 degrees was cold, which it is. I mean, but yeah. Right, Cleveland, huh? Yep. So, okay. There is Husky, Highland Husky in the chat. He's checking his email. We shall see him soon, hopefully. I don't know. Please, Highland Husky, I don't know how it works. If you're given the option to hide your face, to change the camera angle from front to back. I don't know how that works. So, folks, if you need to, uh, have complete amenity, it doesn't. I don't think it works. I don't know. I don't know how it works. So if you're going to try to come in with complete anonymity, I don't know. I don't know. So you're just going to have to handle it yourself. I have no control whatsoever. Here we go. Here we go. And we have a guest. Hello. How are you
So
doing?
can well, I'm doing good. How are you?
All right, man. All right. Receiving you 5 by 5.
Well,
Um,
that's good. Cause
so
I'm feeling
tell it
like a 4x4. So
4 by, oh man, no shit. Feel like a 4 by 4. I hear that. Uh, so how does it work on your end to be a guest to come in with the camera and everything? Can you hide your face? What kind of
uh,
options?
I
What are your
I
options?
I might be able to figure out how to do that. I can actually see chat. It's which I'm not. I was never able to do that until now. So that's cool.
Okay.
It's coming up on the split screen, so that it's driving over your face,
Same
but
here.
I'm able to see it. Yeah.
Same here. Yeah, yeah. So I'm up here, you're down there, and chat is all throughout the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Cool.
that's cool though because normally I would have to like turn off the audio on like the TV, put the chat up there, set my phone down talking to that. So this seems like a little cleaner.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But yeah, I mean
So
there's buttons, but I don't want to start pushing them and figuring out what they're doing yet.
that's what I did yesterday, and boom, I had a,
And then we
surprise
got
live.
here. I'll set me down. I don't know if this messes every. It's probably worse lighting. Okay. All right. Let me pin that there.
Okay. And so well, go ahead and introduce yourself to everyone here.
Well, Highlands Husky from the mountains of Virginia, and been with this crew for a long time. I don't know, probably what 3 years going on towards. If not, I know a solid two. So yeah, just been doing the things as best I can. Try not to get overwhelmed. It's cold mud season here, and today there's this thing they call the sun. I forgot what it looked like. It came out. I had to wear sunglasses, like. But that was good. I was glad to see it. Yeah, we'll mount her over there. Put that on the do my third eye. But so it's yeah, the sun was great. I got to go to the garage and like talk to people about fixing stuff and parts, and dude scored a freaking Ford Escape for $100. I was like, oh
Wow.
yeah, it was solid. He could flip that thing for 4 or 5 quick.
Wow.
And anyway, so I got the shocks. He's gonna do ball joints and thermostat, and so that project in the works, parts that should be early next week. So a little bit of logistics. I buried that thing into the freaking muffler in the mud yesterday because we'll have it where it'll freeze. So like right now, it's probably like 24, 23. I think they're saying it's going to get 13 tonight. And we had
Yeah.
snow like 3 days ago, and then it warmed up to 50. And then I go back, and I mean, I just slumped. And I mean, I got mud tires. I mean, and I kind of messed up my wheel shoulder pushing it out of there. But
Oh, it's okay.
I
You
had to
have
do a
another
pokey
shoulder.
stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to do a pokey stick. I had to put sticks under the tires. When you sink in the mud, it's like
Yeah.
a swamp. So it's like indoor meets the planet Hoth, and we don't know which way we're going until we wake up.
I see. Okay. Damn, sounds like an adventure.
Well,
It
it's
must.
not easy. It's not easy. I did do my golly. I mean, I have like a cart and I need to get a new leather strop carrier. Those things are nice. They have these firewood carriers that are made out of leather with the handles, so you can put like 5 or 6 split pieces. I need to get another one of those. Mine's kind of jankety, so I'm just carrying. So I've got wood stacked up, so I'm good for tonight and through tomorrow afternoon before I have to like go outside the house, which I'm sure my dog would appreciate.
I
But
got to
yeah,
go outside today. Yeah.
yeah. Do I have to open the door?
At least look out the window and see what's out there. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What is
It's
that?
scary.
That's the balloon. It's the balloon.
Oh, the balloon. Yes, yeah.
No, and I have the theories on. There's there's a couple different theories I have on that.
Okay, interesting.
Okay. So
Before you do that, I'm going to make an observation. Of course, when I heard about the balloons, I started posting 99 lift waft balloons. I did the English version and I did my favorite, which is the German version. Of 99 red balloons. And then today, as I was coming home and I was listening to classical music, boom, 99 red balloons playing on the radio, and I'm jamming out like I'm, back in the 80s. It was crazy, and I'm singing at the top of my lungs, 99 red balloons, soaring to the autumn sky, and everybody's just like, I'm like, it's got to be. I mean, I love it. I love the coincidence. So anyway, yes, your theories about this balloon up there.
okay, well, there's like 7, but so let's just like start with the. I'm going to start at the bottom. So it's basically almost a nothing burger, but it's obviously something. So they blew up this thing of I assume I'm just going to call it aluminum. I'm not going to call it whatever unobtainium.
And the titanium.
It's a unobtainium, like the what do you call them, avatars? Yeah. So whatever freaking blimp material they used, uh, they just put it up and they send it over here and they do it to see what we would do as a reaction. So basically, it's a decoy. It's a dud. There's nothing, but there's obviously something because there's some maneuverability about it.
Mm.
Okay, so that spins, or if we were to shoot that down, say it cost them 30,000, it cost us 3 million, and then they get to scare us and yada yada yada. Okay, theory. That's the least worst case scenario. Worst case scenario. So now I'm going to go to the complete pendulum. That sucker's got something dirty up in there. And that's when they said they're worried about a debris field. Well, what are you worried about? Some aluminum canvas in the middle of Kansas or Missouri. I mean, unless there's something dirty in it, if you catch my drift.
Right.
And
And yeah,
so,
we talked about that. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So if they did that, then they would hit it down, and then that would cause a potential you know, unhealthy reaction.
Mm.
And then you go in the middle, it could have an EMP, and if it's hit and it's a threat, I doubt they would get that bold at this point. I do not think they would. Hard to say, could be a possibility. But I don't think they would be so bold. As in Veta, release him.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't trust any of them as far as I can throw them.
I don't either. Apparently this thing is floating towards Canada now.
Well, I saw it going over the St. Louis Arch. But I mean, that was on CNN.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like it went like Montana, Casey, Missouri, and then went down to St. Louis. I was because I hadn't actually looked.
Oh shit. So it's coming my way. I'm in Cleveland.
Well, I don't know what they're gonna do. That's the balls they got. They're flying it all over the Midlands, over no fly country. So they're flying over no fly country,
Yeah,
or
it's
fly
amazing
over it.
how
Not
yeah,
they
it's
didn't
amazing how
there.
a balloon could invade our airspace.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I don't think that's see the Russians did Sputnik. They did that, It was a big thing. They had Sputnik fly over. Everyone was freaking. Then we did the moon landing, whatever people believe, but that's I'm not going to go there right now. So, but they did have the Sputnik. All it did was beep, 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 as far as we know. We don't know what this thing's doing. We could totally commandeer it. All we have to do is go up there, jam that sucker, scramble its signals, throw a freaking lead net over it, and do a controlled drop. It's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah. I
basic.
mean,
I
yeah,
mean, I'm not
exactly.
a 4-star or a 1-star general, but I'm not saying we got to shoot it to cause a reaction. But if you were to disable it, unless it has some type of self destruct countermeasure, if it's dislocated in any way, which would be a very dangerous thing because lightning bolts, my friend, are stray gooses. Yes, if it was hit with the goose is loose. Yeah, you give that, yeah, you give the wrong person a bottle of Grey Goose. I mean, you don't. I don't know. So, but that's what my suggestion would be: to take it down controlled, jam the signals of the operator,
Right?
or override the system, unless we're reverse engineering it somehow with our technology. I don't know. I mean, we probably have that capability to sense
We do.
what they're, yeah, to sense
Yeah,
what they're
we
saying.
do.
And
We
I
we
mean, if we're
totally get
having a
that.
global hawk fly around that thing, or there's a thing they call the blimp or the ping or the orc, I can't remember what they call that sucker, but it's always up there, and it basically has not a 360-degree, but it's a pretty advanced system. And so yeah, I mean, as a part, so I guess we're just maybe monitoring them, monitoring us.
Right. Now, yeah, and we've seen that before. Uh, oh, I have a note. Somebody just sent me a note in my door. Sorry. And we've
Oh
we've
no.
we've done that too before. We've allowed spying to happen just to see what their capabilities were. Uh, and we know full well what their capabilities are. So yeah, I mean, but to capture it, I mean, I think you're right. But is it just something very more something simple like that they're afraid that there's some type of reaction going to happen if it goes down. But it's literally 1940s technology. It's a balloon with some
Yeah.
stuff on it.
Oh yeah. Hey, I mean, they ditched zeppelins for a reason, and I mean, I don't think it was. I'm not going to name any names, but yeah, I don't think it was because of the band. I mean, I think there was a problem with that substance. I mean, it was, well, anything. Say, I mean, propane's dangerous. I mean, hydrogen's dangerous. Nuclear's
Yeah,
dangerous. I mean, we have nuclear
yeah.
submarines. I think they petitioned for 6 months. And they got it, where they didn't want 12-month deployments. At least some of them. I guess there's some that have to pull over 6, but they were doing 12, and that was just too hard on them. So they did petition, and they got 6 on a bunch of the nuclear subs that we have, as far as I know.
Wow, I've never been on a sub. Uh,
Oh,
I've
it's
known a
a
few people.
well, yeah, it's a different thing. And then that's where I will go, and I will take a little bit of a leap into the Ukrainian and Russian mafia with the cartels in Central South America. I mean, they've been building them subs since the 50s. I mean, they've been
Mhm.
running cocaine. I think the largest cocaine bust, I can't remember if it was a Ukrainian or a Russian barge, but I mean, it was a controlled thing, and then can't remember who got it. If it was Interpol or the UN, I think it was Interpol. It's some joint project, but yeah, no. So that's the thing people don't realize is the Russians and Ukrainians work with the cartels because they like their
Oh yeah,
cocaine. I
oh
mean,
yeah.
they're big cokeheads. Like they
I,
rob
yeah, I see.
Americans.
I messed with the some of the Russian mafia in Myrtle Beach. They're really big. The Russian mafia,
Oh yeah,
and the Israeli
they're
mafia.
bringing those temper, and some of those girls are pretty hot. I will say.
Oh fuck yeah!
I'm not gonna lie. And they're big in Florida too. They're big in Florida too.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
and then you got
Yeah.
the Cubans, but then most of the Cubans that I met are pretty pro-American because they dealt with Castro for long enough to where they're like, nah,
Yeah, they're like fuck that.
no, America sucks less.
Yeah,
Which is kind of like where I'm at. I've never been to Russia per se, but I would rather go to
never did.
Russia than China. Just saying.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to go to both. I had
Oh yeah, no, I
dreams
don't
of
have anything against like the Chinese people or anything
yeah.
like that. It's just the current political regime,
Oh yeah,
which
the
goes back to my
regime, the
original
administration. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and that goes back to my original theory for the the battiness is there was American flags in Hong Kong, and that was a
Yes.
big thing, and that's when they unleashed it, and
Ah,
that's when they put it down. Yeah, yeah, that was the start when there was a big pro-American Hong Kong resistance movement, and that's when the sickness started, if you will.
hmm.
It tied in, and man, what was the damn? There was a fried fish guy. Fuck, I want to go. It was on one of these food networks. Oh man, they said he was slamming. He was like the dude. So now I'm jumping around from like these heady food TV shows, but yeah, he was like, whenever you get off the plane in Hong Kong, you go to this guy, and he will like do you up with the fish. So yeah, he would like dip and batter and fry.
I know a guy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mary has a question for me. Please feel free to ask, Mary. Uh, Meat puppet. E4 Mafia. I need to make my coffee here, folks. Let's see. Would you
Was
try
that
apple
yeah?
slices dipped
We're
in
gonna
peanut butter?
dodge
Yes or
from the
no?
side.
Let's see. Mary asked, "Would you try apple slices dipped in peanut butter? Yes or no? No, I would consume them. I love peanut butter and apples. Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Oh, ants on a log. Put them on a piece of celery.
Yep.
Put the butter on the celery with the raisins. Or you could do black olives. Let's get creative. I mean, you know.
See, bone breaking says, yeah, the sickness started when Hong Kong had that pro American going. I always thought about that. Perfect timesy. Timing. Let's see, is Bonesy going to be part of this new interview thing? Sure.
Oh,
Kennedy wants a candied at caramel apple. Get Kennedy a candy caramel apple. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to work on uh, Highland Husky. If you could take over for a brief minute
yeah,
while
yeah,
I
yeah.
make
You
my
go do
coffee.
your thing. I was gonna say I might. I mean, I got some props, but I mean, I'll look at the chat and try to take questions or something while you go do
Yes.
your thing.
Yes, I'm just going to be right over here. Random. Yes, it is kind of. It is indeed. And I'm going to drop this link so that anybody else, once they figure out how to get it over to somebody else, whatever. Uh, Mary
Yeah,
says,
we
oh,
got
okay. All right. Let me
Tom.
get this off.
Tom's got fireworks in West Virginia. That thing disappeared. Slamming salmon, coffee, Fiat or rounds. I'd go over rounds over Fiat any day of the week. I mean, unless it was like thousands of dollars in Fiat and 3 rounds, then I'd probably go Fiat. So, I mean, I don't know. Any of y'all in chat are y'all silver stackers or what do y'all do besides brass and lead? Oh, I'm in Southwest Virginia. I seen that come up real quick. I don't know who said it. Stuff's disappearing.
Oh, what am I doing?
A type of ice cream with I say butter pecan.
Is that bone breaking answer that question?
Learn to cook
Uncle Bone
food like
Breaker.
Oh yeah, no, they had this like filet mignons wrapped in bacon for sale. Yeah. No, and weed's legal in Virginia now, Tom. Everyone else disappeared. Oh, they're giving 50 cents a can. Or no, 50 cents a pound for cans, Magic. I just checked because I was trying to buy a spare wheel. I'm getting a full size wheel. And I went to the scrap yard and they're doing 50 cents a pound, but I don't know. I'm still kind of the mind on sit on it until things get hotter. I think it's going up. So I don't need to sell. I've got quite a bit of aluminum. Yeah, medicine. I don't know. I got something from my shoulder. I had to push my van out the mud.
Yeah, you gotta take care of those shoulders, man. Folks, you guys know Highland Husky. I remember seeing you. I guess it was like 3 years ago, on a live, and you guys, the it's not doing justice, but man, you got epic beard and epic hair.
Oh yeah, no, I don't
You,
have the lighting in here. I didn't get my other room set up. Yeah, but yeah, it's. I don't know how you do a walkabout here. Oh, get the old man out the chair.
ah, yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that, folks. Yes, it's epic. Just
Yeah, I
epic
mean, that don't grow
dreadlocks.
on trees. Apparently, that you know.
I think I asked you
Whatever.
before. Is like, are you growing? Are you trying to grow your own ghillie suit?
Yeah, well, no, it's man, what I'm freaked is someone offered me like a couple grand for my hair, and I'm afraid about getting scalped. So I'm like, whoa, and I'm like, what are you gonna? What are you? I was like, Holmes, what are you tripping on offering me a couple grand for my hair? And they're like, nah, man, I saw that in Asheville, dude, for like 5. And I'm like, so you're gonna give me 2 and make 3, and I'm gonna see some dude walking around with my hair. And they're like, "Yeah, man, I'll give you some bud or something." And I'm like, "No." He's like, "I'll give you 3." I'm like, "Dude, I'm not selling my hair." I was like, and shit, I mean, I'm getting bald on top anyways, but I mean, besides that, it just goes back to like, I don't know what you call it, loose term voodoo, but you get into esoterica and the stuff's wearing your junk. I already had to
Mhm.
deal with someone else's business and I took care of that for 'em. But that being said, yeah, they got these they call them dreadticians. And some of these like I don't want to use the word bad in a way. Liberal cities, they'll like dread your hair for money, but you can see it. It's like a coat. Well, they'll go in and stitch it. It's a cookie
Yeah,
cutter look. It's
yeah.
different. So, but
Stevie
anyways,
was taking
I
notes.
mean, I'm only like 4 hours or so from Asheville, so it's not like
Oh, okay, okay.
that. But I don't really go down there. Oh, it's both. It's both random JL. It's both.
Cool. You can see it.
And
Yeah.
I want to put yeah. So I see them; they disappear quick. But I want to, and I've got a lot of silver woven in there. I'm gonna try to actually when that goes to weave. I'm gonna try to get some silver wire and
Oh, badass. Wow.
put some more. Yeah, it helps with the old decapitation. The quick slope through it. They got to go for a full stab. So they got to
I
go for a
see.
straight thrust, and then you have a better defensive posture.
I remember looking into this whole Rastafarian thing, and the actual Rastafarians, they would literally grow their hair so long that when they sit on their haunches, the dreadlocks would touch the ground, and
Yeah.
it was a ghillie suit.
Oh
They could
yeah,
just
no,
stand.
I've got to watch out for mine, like picking up chicken eggs. Now when I go in the coop, I gotta like tuck stuff in because I'm not trying to like sweep the floor, you know. And it's I'm not a Rastafarian. I like Bob Marley. I think he's a cool motherfucker. I think he was awesome. I got mad respect for him, but no, I'm not true Rastafari. I like some of their beliefs. I like
Yeah.
I like Viking beliefs. I like some Christian beliefs. I like Celtic beliefs. I like Native American beliefs. Oh my gosh, Stella, whip. You see that? Whip, whip. Yeah, you can do all type. You could do it. You could do handcuffs with that.
See, I mean, my kind of thing. I did it before. I took I took a knife and put it on the end of my hair.
Oh
And
yeah.
so
Oh, that's tight as shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
so
yeah. That's
yeah,
tight. Yeah,
so if you had a whole bunch of those, you could just do like this. Wah, rah,
yeah.
rah.
Oh yeah. Well, no, and then that's what they say. Like, I don't think they even allow this hair now in MMA because it's used as a weapon. Like,
Oh, good. You could just
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's like a fucking octopus. Like I could sling that shit around with especially if you put like ball bearings or razor blades or stuff like that in it. I
An
mean,
eight ball.
yeah,
I,
yeah.
I I knew a
You put
guy that
like
had an eight
constant,
ball.
yeah, like concentrate or like specific ball bearings, and I could get them. I mean, yeah, it's like having like 8 hands. Yeah. So they actually, I think the NBA. Oh yeah, glass beads. Yeah. Oh shit, you put poison in them? Oh my god, even just capsaicin, like just hot pepper juice. I mean, yeah, just cover yourself in it. I mean, it's like go back to. I don't want to say the word cockfighting, but yeah, that was legal in Tennessee and shit. My old boss paid $5,000 for a rooster.
South Carolina. I remember
Yeah,
that.
in Virginia. I mean, we did that in Franklin County. It's illegal now, but it wasn't when they did it. And I mean, yeah, there was all types of dirty tricks. And I'm not gonna get into Michael Vick. That's all controversial shit. I'm not. I got my dog. I would never fight her. I don't. I'm not into that. But if other people are, I'm a libertarian. I don't. I'm not into that. I don't think it's. But if someone's gonna have a freaking dog of war or a war beast, you might as well have a good one.
Yeah.
Just saying.
And Stevie O, he makes a good point, and I had to face that too. If somebody was to grab my hair or grab something, that gives them something to grab onto.
Oh
And
yeah,
so
but then you know that leverage point. That's
yeah,
the thing.
well,
Yeah,
and then my point
they
is
have a
now
hold.
they're close enough. Now they're
Yeah.
close enough for me to.
Did you see the video? Did you see the video of the Asian chick that bit some dude's face off in the subway? I don't know if they were Chinese. I'm not trying to be racist. It was just they were Asian. I don't know if they were Korean or Japanese or Chinese.
Right.
It was a woman, and hell, she couldn't have weighed more than 150 pounds. She jumped on this dude in the subway and started eating his face. And he somehow threw her off and got away, and she stopped and was licking the blood off the floor. No, straight up. I was like, yo, I done thought I was gonna see it at all. No, she done gone full demon on him.
Hey, that's what's up. No cut you and crazy. Uh,
Yeah, but I mean, licking the blood off the subway floor, that's kind of janky. I mean,
janky,
not
janky.
saying
You said
licking blood,
janky.
anyway. But
Hey, if you're in that moment, you know what I mean. You're just in that
you
moment.
just gotta go
Mm.
with it.
You
Just
done ate a
don't
motherfucker's
stop.
face.
Don't stop. Don't hold
You know.
back. Let it
Yeah,
go.
just go full tilt demon bitch on them. You know.
Yeah.
Let everybody go. Don't fuck with that bitch.
No. No, and people weren't. Like they were like, yeah, we're gonna like give her like 15 to 20 feet of safe space.
Yeah, give her a wide berth. Keep all your hands and your fingers and toes inside in your pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah, guardsman. Yeah, killer instinct. Yeah, yeah. Uh, yeah, Billy. I'll let you up. I'm gonna put the link in chat somehow with my next guest. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
I can dip out whenever or whatever. I mean, I'll chill
can
and
can
talk. It
you
doesn't
can
matter.
can can you access chat? Can you type in chat?
Uh,
I know you got buttons at your disposal.
all messages are visible. Learn more. Uh, I don't need to learn more. No, I'm gonna X out of that. I think it's just I may be able to. I mean, I'm sure if I X'd out, I would.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like
yeah, if there's a way that you could, if you when you leave,
Yeah.
to just throw it in chat, and I can do it as well. I need to go actually like what I did with you is I emailed you the link, or I could go to somebody's I could email it, or I could Discord or
Yeah.
text, but
Yeah, yeah.
it'll
No, I
pause it.
appreciate you. I appreciate you having me up, Shad. Yeah, it's
Hey
good to
man,
see you
hell
again.
yeah,
It's been a minute. Yeah,
yeah, yes indeed.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. But no, that's cool. So yeah, you want me to? So I'll X out and I'll just be in regular chat or whatever. Y'all go on with this, or you want me to stay on?
well, I tell you what. Why don't you take over while I do the emails?
Okay.
I'm gonna go for Blaine and
Yeah.
see if I can't email him. Blaine, can you email me real quick so I have a quick reference? Because I have to. If I don't, then I know where it's at. I got to dig for it. You know what I'm saying? It's at the bottom of the email pile. So Blaine, if you can email me real quick, so then I can send you the link. That'd be great, and I'll see
Well, we
the
try
little
to get things
water.
smoothed out. We gonna get all the bumps in this road just ready to make it just like a Cadillac with new shocks and a cup holder.
Oh yeah,
I mean, horse and buggy's fine, but
yeah, yeah. So what I've been through West Virginia before. I've driven through uh basically coming from Tennessee, no, coming from South Carolina to Ohio, and I took
Oh
the scenic
yeah,
route.
Walhalla's beautiful, and
I took
Columbia's
the
cool.
scenic route. I mean, I could only do it said do only 15 miles an hour, but I was doing about 60 in my car. And just in and out of
Yeah,
up and down, in and out of mountains. It was beautiful. Riverside. Uh, it was
yeah.
crazy.
No, I love like Walhalla down there. They all playing in the creeks, and then you go up north. But the thing is a little honey hole I'll drop in West Virginia for everyone to chat. And this was pretty cool the way I found about it. I knew about Seneca Rocks for a long time,
Huh.
but me and my friends got a hotel there. We were climb. I was a big climber at one time. I used to do mountains and climbing and all that
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I remember those days. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Back, we were young and you know all that good stuff. But anyways, so we had done climbing for the day. We went back and partied at the hotel, and then we just hiked up the back. And we're like, what? No one kind of said anything at first. We're like sparks. I'm like, what the? Huh? And we were like, maybe we were tripping out, maybe not. But the thing is it's flint rocks. So someone
Oh,
would rock and the
badass.
rock and would pop 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 pop, and then people were like finally like, am I the only one that's seeing that, or is there third party verification? And people were like, yeah, that's third party verified. And then we're like, oh hell yeah, we got flint rocks. And so we got like a lot of flint because we just were walking up a flint screech slope. Like,
Damn.
and then when it would drop, it was just ping, 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 and the patterns were insane. So, like, we
Wow.
did score some. So that's a little Flint honey hole just for all the listeners. Not to blow up Seneca, West Virginia, but the gendarme did fall. It was one of the pillars, and they called it the gendarme with the French police, and it actually toppled. It fell. So that fell probably over 20. Well, I don't know, about 20 years ago, I'd say. But at any rate, they do have good flint rock there.
Wow. I remember messing with that, seeing that as a at night on the railroad tracks. The Flint. Uh,
Oh
wow.
man, we
Yeah,
would have.
the sparks in the night.
Oh yeah, that. But we would have the anthracite coal, which some people call it peacock coal.
Oh,
And
everybody's
that would
asking who you
just.
are. Hold on a second.
Uh,
This is Highland Husky. Highland
oh
Husky.
yeah, that's me. I missed it. Yeah, I'm not reading chat too good. It goes away pretty quickly. I only see it for
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 seconds, and then it goes.
Oh yeah. See Denise, Lori.
Explosion, man.
Still waiting on this. Let me see if I can. Okay, thank you, Blaine. He's dropping the link here. I'm going to see if I can't get into.
Yeah. Shad's running technical. Hey, Carolyn. I can see some chat. I saw Moonlight earlier. She does good stuff. She wrecked. Gosh, I remember when I guess it was a hurricane. She had to save all of her critters. That was a job. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if y'all have any like questions
Okay.
in chat. I mean, I'll have at them.
So when I checked out and started doing emails, I'm back, folks. Was I just stopped and frozen?
Yeah. You were doing your thing, and I was just running chat.
Right on. Cool. I was dropping links. I dropped links in Discord. I dropped links with Blaine. So we should start seeing them in the chat as well. So very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm digging this, man. I'm digging this. Yeah.
Oh
It's
yeah,
really cool.
it's way cool. Like, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I think like some of the most fun I ever had was on Ron's channel or with
Yeah.
Dangerous, and
That's
I mean
that's where
that
I
was just
first seen you.
that's where we met each other.
Yep.
I first saw you, and I mean, I just shit, and it's kind of I don't want to get emotional, but I mean, I do remember the last time I talked to him. I think it was about 12 days before he passed, and
Mm.
I had come in from a road trip and was unpacking, and I was trying to get on, and it was a bad signal, and I was just like, we're just like, hey, fuck it, I was like, love you, bro. Now, yeah, love you, and then yeah.
Yeah.
But no, he made a lot of the connections and was really a foundation for this whole community. I mean, a lot of other people have done stuff too. I'm not trying to take away from anyone, but as far as just like grassroots, like, people that didn't really have a platform or whatever, you could just go there and just it was like Cheers. I mean, it
Yeah.
was, and that was a good scene. Not
Yeah.
to say that this isn't a good scene, but I mean, it's just because I think you have a good scene, Chad. I mean, you do. They're in tribal action. You're crunching numbers like a quantum physics registrator. I mean, it's like, man, how does
Processing.
he keep
Processing.
up? How does he keep up? I guess that's better than Sudoku. How'd I get in there? I think I threw. I think I got it in three or five once, and
Oh
but
yeah, yeah. You're in there. You're in the file cabinet. Yep. You're
mhm.
definitely in there. You're in there somewhere. Uh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, and I mean that's the thing. Like someone that said, don't want a bunch of. I mean, one on one is good. I mean, you get to know the people and you slowly introduce. I mean,
Oh,
people get
okay.
to
Yeah,
know each other.
I see what
Yeah,
you're
I mean,
saying. I'm sorry. Yeah.
yeah.
There's only one. There's only one guest. This is through YouTube. This is not through live stream or anything like that or StreamYard. This is YouTube, and they are allowing me a guest. That's all I get is just one. But hey, I don't know. I don't know how it works. I'm pretty
Well,
sure it's just one.
it's a better psychological analysis for all the three-letter agencies of all governments of the world
Oh,
to
yeah, yeah. Of course, they're sitting going.
give us our proper worth.
They're up there like this, like yeah, shit. There's
Yeah,
a mole. There's a mole right
yeah,
here.
yeah. What is her?
Yep.
3 points to the left. Yeah. No, he's hard right, see? I bet your battleship. I bet you better put them in Moldova. No, Wallachia. Wallachia. Put them in Wallachia. See what happens. Yeah, give me a bunch of yeah. I'm not even going to say what I would require.
See,
I will
I
not
like.
make demands on this channel.
Yeah, I like the idea of just bombarding with everything. Just all kinds of. You look over here. There's everything going on. There's so much shit going on. They don't. They're just like, And
Oh
plus,
yeah.
I'm spitting off like crazy. I'm going from one thing to the next, and so is everybody else. So for one person to follow or an algorithm, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know.
No, and they're testing it. And that's what's interesting because they're battle testing it. And so and I don't know the exact full parameters of their spectrum analysis. Like I know that they're all running analytics, but I don't know the basis of broadband, if you catch my drift, that they're running. Like if they're running simply audio and visual, or if they're running, metaphysics and the AI is developed to the point where it can analyze other things, or if it's picking up on comment responses and pings and sarcasm and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like what?
And Stevio's got a good point. They're working on the facial recognition and everything. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
That was the whole point of the mask and 6 feet apart. Is if you can ping someone with a mask and geolocate them with their phone within a 6 foot radius and compartmentalize that, then you're going on, like back to Punisher, like Gate Rec or was it Reese and Finch, person of interest. I mean, yeah, you're going under different recognition systems,
Yeah,
and
and they can they're trying to extrapolate from incomplete data with this block on your face, and they're going to
yeah,
reconstruct your face,
yeah,
by
and that's the
using other.
thing. So if they can even when I even got this phone, I had to like show 'em my teeth even to get the thing activated. I don't know
What?
what other people's protocol droids were, but my protocol droid needed to see my freaking teeth. I had to like get up in there. Let me see that back molar, son. I was like,
Yeah, so
whoa.
Moon Puppet, he's asking me a question about the grunts that outsmarted the AI robot. Yeah, I posted a community on my community page, and basically they went snake on them. Uh, they went snake. They used a freaking cardboard box and literally walked up to the freaking AI and boop, touched your it. One guy, for 100 meters, he somersaulted, and the AI couldn't figure it out.
Oh well,
It-
what I even forget what that not bok choy. What's that freaking like that urban ninja? It's not breakdancing. What do you call it
Parkour,
then? Or
parkour.
yeah, parkour, something like
Parkour. Yeah, it's French.
parkour. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, now I'm looking at Brazilian. Yeah, that goes back to all the different fighting. Yeah, parkour. Now, was it Seba, and then there was. Yeah. There's too many to mention here now quickly, but
Oh, you're
yeah,
talking about martial arts.
yeah. Well, no, I took parkour to martial arts, but I don't think that's a big leap. I don't mean
Oh,
I don't.
okay.
I
So
mean I don't.
which one are you talking about? I'm sorry. I
Oh no,
lost the
I
context.
was just being subjective. I was being all inclusive. I was just trying to connect the dots. I mean, as far as rolling up to AI with a box, to parkour, to
Hmm.
Jeet King Do. I mean, what's the difference if they're gonna touch your end? But that's the thing. I mean, there's probably still the ability to override the system.
Oh, yeah, I mean, and that's the thing is I would revel at the fact of taking on a Terminator, you know what I mean? You know,
Mm.
maybe this works, just
That liquid, the liquid
here, have a drink of water, little robot.
yeah, the liquid metal one. I don't know what was she, the T16 or whatever she was.
And interesting enough, they've done that. Made a little bitty robot that can liquefy and reanimate. It's very very simple shit, but it went through a bar, some kind of like bars. The thing is made. They made it like a Lego guy, and it was
Yeah,
in jail. The robot was, and the
yeah.
robot literally melted, went through the bars, and then reanimated in its human form, human Lego form, and went about its business. But that's what they showed us.
Yeah.
Um,
And they do
so
have like individual Lego parts for $2,000 on eBay for like one piece.
what
Yeah, they're like
the-
super rare sets. I am that type of hoarder, collector, prepper. I don't know. Knowledgeable individual. I don't know, but no certain pieces on certain sets. Like, say you got a 187 piece pirate ship, and you need two pieces of a cannon.
Mm.
I'm not gonna say you're gonna pay $2,000, but you're gonna pay like over 200.
Knowing my luck, I'm just gonna lose it and then find it when I walk around
Yeah,
barefooted
yeah,
at
no,
night.
no, no. I just, my mind doesn't stop. It's just one of those things. Well, it
Right
does when,
on. I dig it.
yeah,
I
it
dig it.
does when I sleep.
Yep.
Oh, what was there something else? Oh no, so we were doing the overriding the analytics, and you went into the thing, and I kind of interrupted you. Yeah, I don't know when it goes as far as I don't know when we'll see the AI bots. I know we do have a research facility here, and they are testing plasma drones. And I think they bought like 280 acres. What
Wow.
are you doing? What the fuck did you just eat? I'm sorry. My dog just ate something. I don't know what she ate. She just
Uh-oh.
totally got whatever. Don't I mean if I got I don't think she's gonna get sick or nothing, but I don't know. She I think she's getting jealous. Sorry. Uh yeah, so yeah, they were testing different they're testing a lot of things and I think they were testing plasma drones and apparently I have not got footage. And that's the thing. So I was gonna do like some shoots and photography, but I really don't know how safe it is. I mean, it's not like I'm scared, but the people I do it with are, whatever. And I don't know, but then the copyright issues, and then if I don't want to deal with anything that's classified that I'm not supposed to be.
Mm.
I don't know the laws, and not to say that I'm a wimp or a puss or whatever, but to say that I'm, I mean, if I get it out, if I get it on public property, it's probably cool. But usually where they test it is on private property, and so that's not cool. So as far as my pirate code. I mean, I'm not going to go up on someone's private property and shoot that, being the private testing range. But if they move it to government and phase, and apparently they've got it to where they can phase through trees. So it's like some type of a plasma drone. I don't understand. I have not seen this personally, but I know like three different people in the area that have seen it tested
Hmm.
where
Interesting.
it'll actually, as opposed to like the little Chinese drones that like fly like and they buzz through branches really fast, or well, that was a 2x or 4x speed. What we saw the video I saw. This will actually phase through and around, so it's getting to plasma drones,
Hmm. That's
and
that's the
I
damn
don't
Star
have.
Trek shit right there.
Yeah, well, it is, and that's the thing, and that's what and then so that's what I would get. But I don't wanna get that on private property.
You know what? I would just say just do it. You know?
Well, everything that's filmed is. I don't know if people know this. Every picture you take is geolocated at altitude and humidity and GPS coordinates. Every picture you take.
Right. Yeah.
So I mean, there's not a lot of BS
But
when it comes with
there
the
are
government.
ways that you could do it. There are ways that you could do it. You could take it. You can take your picture or video with say a GoPro or
Yeah,
another,
yeah, old
you know,
school.
and then upload it to your phone, to your computer, and you
Yeah.
get, there's no geocaching or anything like that. You know.
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, get
there's
some
ways
involved.
around everything, and that's my point to everything. You know, when they show me an AI robot, you know, that's got a killer machine gun or plasma rifle on it, I'm thinking, yeah, that's going to be mine. You know, how
Well,
am I going to get that? You know,
oh
that's
no,
what I'm
and I
thinking.
remember you commented on fucking Dusty's thing about Boy and his dog. He took his dog. How are you gonna get it? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, and say that thing's real. Say that thing's legit. To, I don't know how do you. I don't have the tech base to override that system, and I don't. Well, I know how to scramble it, but I never did buy one of those. I could have. I don't think they're for sale anymore. But there was a couple jammers that you could have bought at one time.
Yeah. So jamming frequencies is easy. That's one of the
Yeah.
easiest things in the world. You literally find what bandwidth they're on and go more. You know, like say they're on 15 megahertz, you do 22, you do 16 megahertz, and boom, they're jammed. You know,
Yeah.
I mean they do it to us all the time. That's how they do the drones. When they
Oh,
put up
they
the
took
drone
me down
inclusion.
one. They took me down one night. They'll run the 15 by 15 quads up here, like the real big ones,
Mm,
and
mm,
I mean with the
yeah.
full circle rotors. And that's not what took me down because they'll run those in a pack. They usually run them in a pack of three. But this one drone I was messing with, and I wasn't even really drunk. I was like messing with it with my flashlight, and it
Ooh.
dropped me like a sack of potatoes. I mean, it took me down.
You mean it dropped you like it knocked you down?
Yeah, yeah, like without a physical weapon that I could see.
Ah,
And like I
okay.
was I'm saying, like I'll say if I was drunk or something, I felt okay, okay. No, it was. I mean, I might have had like a couple beers, but I was just fucking with it with my flashlight. Well, it was fucking back. I mean, we're talking. What was that Devil's Tower, Wyoming movie? The
Oh yeah,
Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Yeah,
I love that movie. Yes.
yeah, that was good. They had the music, and so I'm sitting there, bleeping, and it's bleeping back. And I didn't do Morse code. I was doing rando shit. And man,
Uh,
it hit me right in the knee. And I went down. But it didn't physically hurt the knee. It just dropped it. It made it like, a piece of spaghetti.
mm.
And that was a
And
very specific
Stevio
target.
says direct energy weapon. There are
Yeah.
ways to beat those as well with just a simple piece of cardboard.
Go back to the box man suit. No, that's why I want to get Mithril, man. I want to get Mithril.
Mithril, Mithril
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I'm going to go full dwarf. I'm get Mithril, freaking hoodoo dolls, fucking copper plates. No,
Oh,
and this is the
okay.
thing. See,
I see. I see.
I've always been in the pirate radio, and that's what I was saying. I was gonna try to like tell a couple people, but you got to get an FCC license. We've always like known just with a four wheeler the amount of destruction we can do, or the influence we could do. I mean, we could throw a 40-foot wire up a tree and broadcast, and we could broadcast, but then we'd be an FCC violation. I'm not gonna say what you could do with a blowtorch in a 4-wheeler. That's not probably. Don't do anything bad. Be responsible and respect your
Be
neighbors.
responsible.
Be
Yes,
responsible and respect your neighbors.
that's
So,
right. That respecting your neighbors is probably the best one. Yeah. Billy, I think the link has been posted by Blaine. I cannot. That's my problem. If you Billy, if you email me, I'll send you the link. That's how I can do it. Or if somebody can drop the link up in here, then that would be greatly appreciated.
and someone said they sub but couldn't find a channel. Well, I don't have like that big of a channel. I mean, maybe I got like a dozen videos. I don't know, but I mean, yeah, my channel's there. I mean, I haven't released anything for a bit.
Yeah, you haven't done anything. No real content.
No, I've been really doing a lot of personal stuff, and I got to rewire this half of the place and dealing with cars and stuff. And wintertime, it just surviving. That's the thing. This is paradise in my mind, but this is the hard part of the year.
Mm.
I mean, it is. Billy, you're not special needs. It's okay. You'll figure it
Um,
out.
all right, take over. I'm gonna freeze for a minute.
Yeah.
And play with all the links and the chats and the emails. So you have the helm.
All
You
right.
have the helm.
I'll be there. I just go by the moon. If the moon's not there, I follow that. What's that Chinese balloon's gonna drop me in circles? It might show me. It might show me crafts. I'm gonna have to ditch the silver. Oh, okay. So, yeah, yeah. That's my link. Thank you, guards. Guards, mom, or non. Burning Billy. Oh mercy. Well, shit. Are y'all? Hopefully, y'all are all doing good tonight. I don't know. I guess I am. We're trying this new thing out, and hopefully, y'all come up here on it, and people get to see people who they are, what they are, who's who in chat. Why are we blue? Blaine. Okay.
Okay, I have returned. Blaine,
The cat is back.
I think I sent you the original the good link. So I think the link is up, Blaine. And then anybody that's in Discord, it's out there. So yes, please continue. I didn't mean to interrupt you if I did.
Oh no! You didn't. I just looked at this guy, Steve Shalom.
Stevio.
Yeah, no, and I was thinking like Tannerite, like fucking Uncle Charlie called that shit with Tannerite gnomes. We were talking about setting shit up for home defense. Tannerite garden gnomes, totally good landscaping techniques. You know, if you don't
Yep.
have a
One's going
Tannerite
like this.
gnome, you don't need one. I check your state laws and don't piss off your neighbors.
Right. And the only and so the only way that you set off tannerite is with a impact.
Yeah, so
So
you would have to know that they're coming, so it's not a booby trap. So there you
right,
go,
but
above and
you
beyond the
know
booby trap law.
you don't have to have a actual boom projectile hitting it.
Oh no, you could have a passive. Yeah,
you
you could
can
have a
wire up a
passive.
projectile to hit it, like a piston,
Yeah,
you know.
mousetrap.
Yeah,
You're
you hit
not
a
gonna. I'm
button
not.
and this thing goes.
What was I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna say certain things. So yeah, we'll leave that for later. I mean, it's probably not. I don't think it's bad to say they had that guy that does explosives. I don't even think it was Talfodermis. It was someone else. Oh
Oh
man.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, he had good recipes. Yeah.
Here we go. All right. So Guardsman has dropped the link. I hope this is the link. I had to go into what do you call that thing? Clipboard? Yeah. Um,
You know more
virtual
than
clipboard.
me. I found it on the email. I don't know if you could post it in the public chat or not. I don't know.
I have no access to chat. I can't chat with
Yeah, so
chat.
you're with me. We're still in
Yeah.
grade school.
Yeah, we're just talking heads. Yeah, so if somebody I'm curious to see what this does. You know, Faith says less ass bonesy. Okay. I'm gonna kill chat for a minute just so I can see what happens when there's another guest trying to come in. So if anybody's trying to come in, I don't know.
Yeah, I won't do. I'll just sit here and if I get kicked, I get kicked, and I'll relay it in chat.
I think it asks me it does ask me. I do have options. I can remove guest, it says. I can mute microphone.
Yeah,
Uh I have a few options that I can do.
yeah.
Um,
If
but
I
I
go,
I did that yesterday when I accidentally went live trying to figure all this shit out hitting buttons
well, no,
and
that was a good accident though.
yeah. Yeah. I
You
like
might
Camel
you
Car.
might you might have birthed the rebellion there, Shad.
Arr. In the comment section, Camel Carl commented. He said it's like a furry critter found the trail cam because I had my hair down and I was like this like
Oh gosh, the Bears will tear them down. No, the Bears will tear them down here. I want to sound like a Canadian. They will. They'll tear them down and chew them up.
wow, that's
They,
smart.
they're very smart because when Dollywood burnt down, they moved them all up here. They relocated all the problem bears. They were all used to like dumpster diving and like
Yeah.
trash, like just living large, way overpopulated. So we got all the bad kids up here, and
Wow. I know
I cleaned a couple out. I got one on my Discord, and he was on my porch too. He jumped off. I didn't get
black
him.
bears,
Someone
black
else,
bears.
yeah, yeah, but some are
Yeah.
cinnamon and crosses with moon bears.
Ooh, crossing
Yeah,
with the brown one. Okay. I'm from Tennessee, and we had black bears. Like black bears are everywhere. You can literally kick them and they run away sometimes.
yeah.
Uh, but yeah, if the black
Uh,
bear got mixed with the brown bear, it's something you don't want to fuck with. They'll kill you.
yeah, well, no, yeah, these cinnamons, and it was they had these two moon bears up in Natural Bridge, and they escaped. Now, I don't know if they were fixed or whatever, but they, I, I don't know if they killed them. I don't know the end of that story, to be honest with you. But I know
Uh,
that they for a good bit they were actively hunting them. And then someone said something about like a loose cheetah, and I'm like, Holmes,
wow.
oh, no,
Um, I've heard stories here in
oh,
Ohio
who's
that
jealous? Who wants to be on TV? Who wants to be on the TV? Yes, yes, you jealous. You jealous. You want to be on the TV. You want to talk to everybody. Yeah, you my girl. You don't need to kiss me on the face. Say hi to the camera. Say hi to the camera. No, don't. Okay, don't. I mean, Lord mercy. But no, where I was going with that was these supposed loose cheetahs or whatever.
Mm.
They gotta have a GPS chip in it, man. I mean, just brain dead theology. I mean, you're gonna chip your dog, you're gonna chip your cat, you're gonna chip your gerbil. You got. I'm not gonna chip you. I didn't say that.
That was
I
all
didn't
cute.
say that. But if you have like a $70,000 or whatever a Panther cost, you're probably going to have that thing chipped. Just as far as being a
Oh yeah,
biological,
absolutely. I
and
think
that
Bug
thing
Al
will be.
Bushido was talking about that. He works with monkeys, and he said they're all chipped.
Oh yeah. Oh, that pissed me off, man. We had in Roanoke, we had Crystal Spring, and then like a monkey got loose, and then they closed. That was the best water in Roanoke, and they closed it down, and they just put all this chlorinated bullshit. And the thing with the chlorinated water in urban settings, it only has to pass federal guidelines once every 3 days. And how are you going to manage thousands of pipes in different areas in 3 days? One sample will be different from another sample in any given day. So they get a free pass forever, basically. They only basically have to be compliant 24 days a year, if
Yeah.
that. And that would be is take another sample. And I'm not even going to say certain things because that would probably get me in trouble. But the thing of it is it's what they put in that water to kill that stuff. I saw them busting open those lead pipes, and they were lead pipes at the time. And then they moved to steel and like more of an iron. It wasn't a steel; it was an iron. And
Yeah.
I don't know what they use now. I guess it's just on a need to reproduce basis. But no, you to be in federal compliance, you only have to meet parts per million of chemicals every like 72 hours, and then you have a leeway of 72 hours to meet that. So it's bullshit because you can take a sample from anywhere. So
Uh,
basically, my dog won't I go to the dog park in Roanoke, she won't drink the water. She'll
wow.
drink out of a shitty puddle. Sorry to cuss, like a maggoty puddle of like mud here, and then they pour that. She'll put her. She won't drink it. So
Wow.
yeah. So I go to the dog park there, and they got like a tub and like a hose, especially not now in the winter, but in the summertime they do. And it's cool too because we got the pentagram flying on Roanoke, the total Illuminati, biggest star in the South. It's big Illuminati town. But that not being said, the damn
That not
water's
being
still
said,
good.
I like that.
Yeah.
I might steal that. That not being said. Yeah. So
Not
okay,
that I didn't just say that. And
doesn't matter. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes or whatever, and then you can. We're going to get somebody else on up
yeah.
here.
Oh shit, we're gonna do in 5 minutes.
We've been
I'm
me and you have been doing this for like an hour. An hour. I mean, this is great because I
Oh
don't have a
yeah, no,
concept
no,
of time.
I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
don't
if
have a
anyone has
concept of time here.
questions.
I hear everybody going, "Hey, I want to come up. I want to come up. I want to come up." So I want to give everybody
Oh yeah,
a
no, no,
chance as
no. See,
well.
that's the thing. I was hoping that this would take off and be a thing, and I think it will be, and I think it's way cool. So yeah, no, that's. I'm glad that people want to come up, and I'm glad that you had me on. Thank you very much, Chad.
I mean, man, I know that me and you could just sit and talk for freaking hours, 5 6 hours easily. You know,
Oh yeah. No,
like
as I say, well, pull up the band, pull up a I mean, we'll cook a pig, whatever. We have a barbecue.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Uh, so yeah, it says that. So the way it works is that I have when people try to come up, it says I have a maximum amount of guests, which is one. I can only
Yeah.
have one guest.
Okay, so
This is
then I gotta X out, or you can X me out. Either one, it doesn't
oh yeah,
matter.
I can remove you or you can walk off.
Okay.
Totally up to you.
Well,
So
I'd have to figure out how to. I think it would probably be that button, but
probably the three buttons. So say goodbye, say what's up to everybody? Final thoughts, final words.
Well, I don't know if anyone has like a final question they want to ask me before I go. Hit it, and then I'll peace out and
Cool.
let someone else get up here and have fun.
I like that. Yeah, cool. Very
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, otherwise, I mean, I'm yeah, yeah. Nice to meet you. Oh, well, shit. Jules has been around since fucking early pinball days. Yeah,
Yep. Yeah, it's funny. We watched pinball. I remember when Angry Prepper was like, "Hey, check out pinball," and I checked out pinball, and it's just him
yeah,
sitting on his front steps talking shit. I was like,
yeah. Oh, yeah. No, like that's the thing. We were there with like fucking PN and pinball when there was like 200 people.
yeah,
Uh, so
yeah,
yeah.
yep.
Well, thank you, Denise. I I'm, glad I haven't seen. See, I don't recognize a lot of these, and forgive me if I don't remember your name in chat. I remember Magic. Uh, he he's been around for a bit, but yeah, if I don't remember your name in chat or something, whatever. I just put me up there with the angry prepper in the hospital bed of the or of the Alzheimer's unit. We were no, we're surviving. It's a no, it's a good no. I keep a thing. I'm just not really good with names, especially if I haven't met your face. So don't take it personally if I don't say anything. It's fine. It's a it's a personal fault of mine. But no,
I have them too.
yeah. Yeah, but no, glad to be on here on your the new show, Shad, and thank you for hosting this. And I wish you the best of luck. And you do have a very good subscriber base, which helps. And that's the thing, you got a good, solid people behind you. And if a couple people want to step up and talk some stuff, and that's where it's at. That's
Right
community.
on. Right on.
So.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Long live the republic.
Long live the Republic.
Yeah. All right. Let me see if I can X myself out, and I'll let someone else get on here.
All right. Take care of yourself, Husky. Thanks for
Yeah.
stopping by, hanging out with us, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. Thank you, man. And love y'all and love everything we do. I think we're fighting for a similar cause. Well, different
Absolutely.
branches, but the same damn tree. You know what I mean?
Yep. Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, hell, that just canceled.
Okay. So you want me to kill? You want?
Well,
I'll
let
do
me
it.
try this one. No, that just turn it around. Just kick my ass out of here.
Okay.
Unless I can. I'll leave. No, I can say I can leave.
All right. There it is. Very good. Okay. Uh, so thank you very much, Highland Husky. That was really cool hanging out with Husky there. Uh, guest left. Okay, it says guest has left. Charity. Billy, you're trying to get up. If you can go to that link that you'd have to go back and chat and check out Blaine. He dropped the link, the last link he dropped. You can get up, but it's it's we're just kind of playing it by ear. I have no real control. Uh, I have no real control on anything. So whoever comes up, comes up. All right, take care of yourself, Eric. But I see everybody. Let me address chat. I got Faith. There's FSP. I don't know. I'm basically at the mercy of whoever has the link that can drop it. uh, I don't know. I need to figure that out. How I could drop the link. The only way I can really drop the link is is to is to write it down. I could write it down. I got a whiteboard, huh? Yeah, go ahead, Blaine. Just whatever, drop it, and then whoever, yeah, go to clipboard. Uh, That's it. Yeah, create, live, join. That's it. So, feel free, whoever. Billy, he was very adamant about coming up. Uh, very cool. You guys know who Billy is. Billy's been here for a minute as well. Uh, we talk about all the old schoolers, old timers, uh, back in the back in the good old days. 3 years ago. I mean, it sounds like I figure out how to get back in. Yay! What's up, Husky? Yes, very cool. So we'll stand by and wait for the next guest, whoever that may be. I don't know. I mean, for me, it's like, I don't know. I don't know is like, who's at the door? What was that? What was that show? Thank you, Blaine. Yes. And if anybody wants to like copy, we're all blue here, so you can click on that link and copy the link and paste, post and copy, post, the link in chat as well. You guys can do that as well. Y'all have total control. That's the crazy thing about it. I can either allow or deny and remove. That's I don't know who's coming on. What was that movie, or TV? No, it was a. Oh, here it is. Boom. It says Canogen. We have Canogen.
Upside down?
No, you're sideways. Oh, look at this. Whoa, this is cool. Hold on a second. I want to see this damn.
Hold on.
I don't know if you can change it. Well, there you go. Yeah, you can.
We can do anything. We can do anything we want.
Please stand by.
Hold on. Is that going to stay there?
All right. Yeah, let's look at this
Everybody
mug.
else is having trouble, and I know you'd want to see it. Oh, the chat does pop up here. Cheers.
Yeah. Look at this mug. Oh, that's badass.
Drink from the skull of your enemies.
Ah. Badass. So everyone, this is Canogen.
Canadian Jerry.
Oh,
Arsehole,
Canadian.
whatever you
I
want.
I pronounce everything differently. I call magic. I call you Canogen.
So when you click it, the camera pops up and you just hit join. It's that simple.
It gives me, it says allow or deny, and it's got your little face on it, your avatar emoji, whatever you call that thing. Yeah. So Mr.
Nice to
Mr.
actually talk to you face to face,
Yes.
sort of thing. Cheers, everybody.
Yes, welcome, Canogen. I'm probably going to call you Canogen throughout this whole
It's okay.
thing.
Call me whatever you like.
Okay.
Whatever you like.
Please tell everybody about yourself. What's going on.
I live up in the formerly Great White North, land of the place run by the sparkly sock douche nozzle.
Yes.
Does anybody have a question? Well, you got a Canadian on here.
Well, if they don't, I can ask questions. It's kind of an interviewish kind of thing, but I let you just kind of talk. You're into music. How long have you been doing music?
Long story short, when I was little, always loved music. Turned 17, finally saved up enough money to buy a cheap acoustic guitar. Played as much as I could. I've been married 40 years now, so I got married at like 20. And when you're young and poor, I sold all my shit to raise 2 children. Wow. And then about 12, 13 years ago, I decided I want to play guitar again. So I did. I went out, I got like 6 or 7 acoustic. I played for fun, just to amuse myself. But I missed it.
So you're telling me while you were raising children, and having a family, you didn't play?
Very little.
Very little. Okay.
I had a guitar, but then I had a couple, and then I sold everything. I literally didn't get another one till about 13 years ago.
Wow.
That is cool.
Look at that thing. Skull. Skull.
So if some people talk about what it's like, but right now it's about -40 with the wind chill out there. It's colder than a witch's tit in a brass bra.
I'd like to see that.
It's cold. You want to be in it. You can look at it, but
I was talking about the witch's tit and a brass ball. But I'd pay good money for that. But oh yeah. I mean, I'm in Cleveland. It doesn't get 40, but we're right now we're at 10. 15. What is it, Charity? I think she needs to go out. So stand by.
yeah.
You're in charge.
Okay. Hey everybody, here. Let me grab something here and show you. Whoop. Hold on. Can you let me rotate this camera? Let's do a little tour here. Where are we? Can I rotate it? Will it let me? Oh yeah, there you go. That's a wild boar skull. My buddy's dad did that for me, native style.
Wow, I like that.
Yeah, that was whacked on a ranch, and my buddy Herman, his dad did all the turkey feathers, did it kind of native tradition.
Wow.
Here's an 8-pointer I spanked one year, a little 4-pointer. That's a rack from Texas right there. I mounted that. And that's my grandfather's from about 1948. It's a 9-pointer. And that is grouse that my science teacher gave me. And over here is a little bass. And this is actually a black
Ooh.
buck from my buddy's ranch in Texas. Coyotes killed it. And I found the skull. And these horns are actually, these are hair that grows up. The bone actually only goes underneath this to about there. And this is all hair that grows. Those are like just amazingly beautiful. They're originally from India, but they're extinct in India. There's more of those black bucks in Texas than anywhere. But I found that in the field. The coyotes had killed it, and I cleaned that skull up and mounted it on that chunk of oak.
Wow,
Came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that.
that's amazing. I remember as a kid, I found a dog skull, and I was a kid, but what I did is I took the dog skull and I took it home and I had to hide it because everybody was like, what are you doing with a fucking dog skull? What's wrong with you? I cleaned it all up and everything and washed it, and then I took black and red wax and melted it all over it and made like these little designs, and I carved into it, and I was going creative. I was getting super creative on this freaking dog skull, and everybody's like, "Oh, you're a devil worshiper. Something's wrong with you." I'm like, I'm just, check it out. It's really cool. I really like what I did. And then they finally they pressured my mom and dad into taking it from me and throwing it away. I mean, yeah, but I took it to school for show and tell and freaked everybody out. Ooh,
Bring back all these wild boar tusks and stuff.
yeah, look at that.
So yeah, a lot of people when they talk about Canada, if you're from the US or any other parts, some of them don't. They say, we're not allowed to have guns or any of that stuff. Bullshit. I'm a licensed firearms owner. I have a restricted firearms license. I have, full access to them. There's restrictions on, you can't openly carry or wander around with one on you, but you are allowed to own them and go hunting and go to gun ranges and blah blah blah.
To derail you a little bit, and I want to get into that, but everybody wants to see your ring.
My ring.
Yes. Yes.
That's a city championship ring from hockey when I was in junior high.
Wow, check that out.
used to, the old saying, you win them, you wear them.
You win them, you wear them. Right on, man. Right on. And so, yeah, I mean, and I've I've known you for a little bit. We've talked in other chats, and of course in comments. And yeah, you're a bit of a hunter. You've been to Texas. You've shot things. You
Been chased
Yeah.
by an ostrich.
been chased by an ostrich.
True story. I swear to God, it was in. It is a funny story. By a 400-pound ostrich, too.
Oh shit!
No
Oh,
fun.
man.
Those fucking things are scary, man. They got that big hook on their. His leg was as big as my torso. Like the fucker was pissed off. Holy fuck!
I don't know. I'd try to ride it. That'd be me. Like, it's okay. It's going to attack me. Yeah, it's kind of like, okay, cause for alarm. But as he is attacking me, I'd be thinking, how can I ride this? I want to ride me an ostrich.
Oh, trust me, when you see them up close, you're not even thinking about trying to get close to them. They're nasty sons of bitches, man. And what we found out, Chad, is that we couldn't figure it out. Because jokingly, being Canadian, I go down to Texas for the last 13, 14 years. I have buddies with ranches. I get to walk around with a pistol on my hip because we're hunting. And at one point, I did have an ATF permit to bring firearms. I got,
Yeah, that we were talking about that before. Yeah.
yeah, I was a member of Ted Nugent, United Sportsmen of America. I was the Ontario Handicap Director.
Wow.
So I had a whole bunch of buddies in directors' meetings and stuff. Here, actually, let me show you something.
Let me turn off chat. Who's that? Is that Ted Nugent?
That's the Motor City Madman. Yeah.
Wow.
So I had a whole bunch of friends from Ted Nugent chats and stuff. And they invited me down south. So what I did, I used to go to charity shoots in Michigan. My buddy Pete Odland owns a company in there, and his son had cystic fibrosis. So they had something called a Camel Ball and a charity shoot, and I really wanted to help out. So he invited me to go down, but in order to bring some firearms, I had to figure out how to do it. So I had, being that I'm a member, I was the Ontario Handicap Director for Ted Nugent United Sportsmen of America, and I had a whole bunch of American friends who had state and legislator, senators, and House of Representatives. So I found out, I went online and I called ATF and I got the proper forms. This was many moons before people could email shit stuff. So I had to fax. I had to fill out the forms and pass they do a background check. But it was getting close to the time where I was supposed to go to Michigan for this charity event. And I said, hey, boys, doesn't look like I'll be able to bring any firearms because I'm not getting any answers. I said, it's really weird, too, because, shit, I was a volunteer fireman. I have commendations from the mayor where I live thanking me for my service to the public. And I've won City of Ottawa awards from the mayor for volunteering.
Right on.
And I think, what the fuck are they checking? Like, dude, I was a Governor General foot guard when I was young. I was so a couple of buddies called me up and they go, what's going on? And I told them. And about 2 weeks later, Chad, the phone rings and it's this dude from the ATF. And he's like, Mr. Gray? Yes. He said, we've got your application here. I just want to ask you a question. I said, yeah, go ahead. He goes, who the fuck are you? I go, what? He goes, you've had 2 state senators call to verify your upstanding citizenship. I called up 2 buddies and they go, yeah. One of the persons.
Like, no problem. I know a guy. I know a guy. Yep.
Well, I chuckled. So at one point, I'm standing on a highway in Texas with a 41 Ruger on my hip. We just came out of a field. We shot about 8 wild boar, and I'm grinning from ear to ear. Because God bless America and all my American friends, and living that hard working, hard partying, freedom lifestyle. Because when you get there and experience it and meet people that are some of the nicest people in the world, and I get to carry a gun around because they know I'm not a mental case. And I'm standing on the side of the highway, Shad, and this deputy sheriff pulls up, and I'm like, oh, fuck. I've got a 41 Ruger on my hip. And he gets out of the car and he walks up. He goes, hey, how y'all doing today? I said, I'm great. He goes, hey, you got an accent. Where are you from? I said, I've got the accent. I said, I'm from Canada. He said, oh, he says, well, welcome. He says, are you having a good time? I said, God damn it, I am. He says, how many did you shoot? So I think we shot about 8. So shoot 8 million more because there's way too many. Have yourself a nice day, sir. And
Welcome to Texas, right?
I thought it was the greatest thing, and I've literally been all over the world, all over the world.
That's great. Yeah, talk about that.
Yeah, and I literally never met nicer folks than I have down south or where I was in Michigan. And it's like if I could input my point of view, most of the people we meet are decent people. There's assholes everywhere, and they just seem to be getting more abundant. But we have to keep in mind that hopefully we don't run into as many assholes as we think we're going to. So, and they're getting quite predominant, I admit, lately with all this crap going on and people thinking stupid to get everything. But at the end of the day, we're all human. We all have our warts and our errors and everything like that. But the best thing about freedom is if somebody's speaking freely and they're fucking stupid, at least you know they're fucking stupid. Never mind blocking everybody ever. I want to know who the assholes are.
Yes.
Show me your assholeness.
Yes. Absolutely. I think I'm trying to remember this. My dog is trying to poop, and I've got her trying. She wants to go out. Like wants me to go take her out. No, I've got the balcony door open. She can go out there. She has to know that she can go out there. But it's literally 7 degrees outside, and I'm in shorts and flip flops. So no, you go out there. There you go. Good girl. So I'm a sanctioned asshole. So a question for you, Kenogen. In your area, I don't know what part of Canada you're in. But if you can elaborate on that, and what kind of assholes are you? Can you give us a Canadian asshole report or sightings? Like what kind of assholes are they getting more prevalent? Are they what is their type of assholeness that they're showing?
Where do I start? Okay, first of all, I live in a village called Stittsville that is about, well, it used to be 20 miles from Ottawa, the capital of Canada, where arseholery is rampant, and all the elected officials, like your Capitol Hill, are all on our Parliament Hill. And I drive by it every day, so I see assholes every day.
So you've got you literally have a house of assholes.
Yeah.
A hall of assholes.
And the only hope we have is that it's a minority. I'm not sure if you like the difference between Canada. Canada is a parliamentary democracy.
Oh yeah, I know how it works.
What people don't understand is the United States is not a democracy. It's a constitutional republic.
That's right.
So it's a huge difference. And as a Canadian, I say it to a lot of people. I said the founding fathers of the United States of America were brilliant men. And the reason you can believe it is because they all came from England, and the king was taken more than half of everything. And they said, fuck this shit. We're gonna run things ourselves. And they wrote a document that no one else in the world has ever written that limited the power of government and created two separate entities, House of Representatives and the Senate. So you have two areas to protect the citizen, right? Of we the people, the United States of America. Then they said, just in case, we're going to have a president that has a veto. He can't create laws. The House and the Senate can create laws, but the president, if he discovers tyranny or they've been taken over, he has a veto. He can say, fuck them all. Brilliant. Brilliant. And it's a constitution that's to be followed. And when you put your hand on the Bible and say, I'm going to uphold the Constitution, and you're elected and you pull this shit, I understand why Americans are mad. Same reason we're mad. We elect these sons of bitches to work for us. We the people, are the taxpayers. We own everything. The government owns shit. They don't own nothing. They're hired by us to run it efficiently. And as far as I can see from this old crabby bastard, they're not doing their jobs. They're not doing one iota other than my opinion, so we don't get into trouble. They're all bought and paid for by globalists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I said it.
That's what we're seeing over here too. Same thing. Yeah. Yep. Agree and concur and confirm. And you know what? This is common knowledge now. The conspiracy theory of lore is common knowledge now.
Not a conspiracy when it's fact.
Yeah, it's common knowledge. I mean, yeah, you talk to most people on the street and they'll be like, oh yeah, fucking Klaus Schwab, that motherfucker. Yeah, I know who he is. You know.
Well, I'll give you an idea how bad it is. I know with the media being bought here, because our government basically gave funding to every media, CTV, Global, CBC. They're all funded by the government, so they're going to do whatever the hell they want them to do.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see the stuff that's going on, you don't have to be a political science major, a theologian. You don't have to be a science teacher. You remember, I'm 61 years old. I remember my grandparents telling me from the earliest age, never trust the government. And they said it for a reason.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody has said it for a reason.
So our prime minister has already been found guilty of ethics violations multiple times. Picture this. There was a charity called the We charity scandal, where $1 billion was given to an organization to dispense it as they wish.
Carry on. I'm listening.
Where in the fuck does that happen in the real world, where you're given $1 billion and nobody asks you where the money goes or what you're going to do with it? And it turns out that his family has been paid to speak at these conferences, astronomical amounts of money. So don't tell me there's no bullshit going on.
Oh yes, there's shenanigans abound.
And how bad is it, Shad, that like people come on and talk like you and I are, and there's people in chat, and when you say something that nobody agrees with, they ban you. You're just off. You're gone. They try to ozone you, just like that. But they can get up and say all the shit they do and pay off media outlets and lie through their teeth, and they can't be unelected.
Yeah.
Like, how stupid are we? How many politicians make $100,000 a year but are worth $100 million?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I know that there is one way that we can defund them.
Oh,
And that's, of course, to stop paying taxes, stop working, stop buying things, stop, doing the licensing and the registrations and the fees and the building permits and all that crap. Stop paying all that crap. Just stop it. Don't do it. I mean, it's easy. It's an easy thing, but it's a hard thing to do. To just not system. Uh, I've been looking into a lot of that, but we have to, right? We want to play the game so that we get ahead in life. That's the idea. Is that we play the game, we do all the right things, and we dot our I's and cross our T's, and one day we get a house and all this stuff. I can only imagine what it took for you to get guns. You know, but you, of course, being a fine, outstanding citizen, you have that, and you're awarded that. Here, it's different. It's a God given right to protect yourself, and it's been that way since 1775, if not before that. So we hold that above everything. Um, and we forget we the system is broken, the system is compromised, so why even participate? That's my point. That's a solution, and that has happened. We've seen it in South America, we've seen it in Sri Lanka, we've seen it in we're watching it in Peru, Chile, all these places, other France, Belgium, the Netherlands, Germany. Everybody is just walking away from the system. But what that does, yes, it allows the system. You're turning your back on it, and you're not fighting it. You're not participating, but you're walking away from it. I think that's the if you really want to see a passive uh, a passive revolution, that's how you do it. And I think we can do that if we get enough people to do it. That's it.
I think that like the stuff I hear, and having so many American friends and sitting down by campfires and calmly discussing, like, this is a great conversation. We sometimes you don't agree with someone, but you speak
Right.
freely and you go, hey, you talk each other's sides. But it's gotten way beyond that now because people have gone so far left, and you can't whisper anything to do with anything because they're all fractured, and they're it's gotten so ridiculous. But
It's
what I
it's it sounds like tribalism. Yeah, go ahead.
what I see is, talking with so many people with two term limits and recall. I wish we had recall. I wish every section of the government, from municipal to state or province here to federal, was two term limits. And some people say, oh, well, no. There's only one way to stop what's happened right now, because they get too friendly, they get bought off, and they sell the whole schlemazel. They're selling us out. They're selling our countries. They're selling our land. They're selling our businesses out to billionaires to make more money. And if you
Mhm.
can't see it, you're fucking blind. You have to wake up. And if we say to them, hey, I want this put in, we want two term limits for every fucking one of this, because you can't be trusted. We see it. They can't be trusted. They get too friendly. When you have members of Congress and Senate that have been there 35 years and never done shit, why do they get elected? How do they keep getting elected?
They're
Somebody's
not
paying.
elected; they're selected.
They're selected.
Yeah.
Because if you look behind the scenes in the parties here, in the government parties here, there's members of that government. They call them a whip. So
Right.
if there's
Whips.
a vote coming up, I'm not sure. Maybe a lot of our people are so watching that are so frustrated with politics, they don't understand what's happening. But you have to take the time and know a little bit. These fucking whips are told by the leaders of the party, here's what we're voting for. And I don't care if you don't like it. If you don't fucking vote for this, we're throwing you out of the party. Your political career is over. So some young guy or whatever from whatever, he knows this is wrong. This whip comes into his office and goes, "Hey, chump, you enjoying your $140,000 a year? If you don't vote for this, you're fucking gone."
Wow. Highland Husky. It only percent in 1776, right? Yeah. Let's see, Majik, Highland Husky dropping links. Thank you, chat. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Dragon Slayer, what's up? I don't know if you've been watching it, but I guess breaking news: more balloons and whatever. You know, they're shooting down, and I want to address Dragon Slayer made a good point. He said if we had our full 2A, you know, the fully functional mothership of 2A, we would be shooting it down ourselves as people of this great nation. We'd be going, "Oh, look, a fucking Chinese balloon. Boom." And it's in my own javelin, but I wouldn't call it a javelin. I'd call it a fucking spear or an axe or something. You know, a 50,000 foot axe chunker. You know, but yeah, you know, we do have that. I mean, there are folks that have tanks, that have jet fighters, that have javelins, that have missiles. That yeah, we have that. We the people do have that. Yeah, it's a hell of a tax stamp. Uh, but we do have that, and people fail to realize that we the people teach the rest of the world, especially our government, our military, and our law enforcement. The people teach. You know, Thunder Ranch, for instance. I mean, there's so many great people that are in that tactical world that you know they've never served a day in their life. You know, but they're a master of the knife, or they're a master at long range, or they're a master at the pistol. So you know, they teach everybody else.
What's special in my point of view as a Canadian, looking on to everything that's going on and having friends there. I joke around with some people up here. They go, "Oh, what do you think's really going to happen? You got some American friends." I go, "Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you some facts. I'm going to tell you straight." I said, let's take Wisconsin, for instance.
Good cheese.
I believe there's over 600,000 registered hunters, whatever, alone. So I said, if they fuck with them enough, I said, Wisconsin has 600,000 firearm capable people that can put black marks, fake camo, enough firepower. 600,000 of them.
600,000 snipers.
One state. One state. Now, look around you and figure it out. They have to tiptoe. They can't fuck with you guys because at the end of the day, they can't fuck with you.
But they are. But they are, and I called it. This is a war of attrition. That's how you fight a entrenched, fortified, very very strong person or you know enemy. Is that you literally cut them off. You take away their eggs. You take away their food. You take away their fuel. And by you know sooner or later they'll be starving to death and they can't eat the guns, or they'll just turn in the guns for food or just give up and surrender. Fine. I'll eat the guns.
I have too much faith in your country, Shad. And that's from a Canadian guy here. I have too much faith in us as human beings that we know when wrong is wrong and right is right. And the good thing about history that they're trying to erase is you can look back in history and every single one of those tyrannical motherfuckers got drug out in the street and hung, shot and pissed on, or whatever. Thumbs down, fuck them.
Yeah, I mean that's what history shows us. You know, history. You know what they're doing. You know, they say history repeats itself. You know, okay. You know, let them eat crickets. Let them eat cake. Sounds kind of familiar. And look what happened to them. You know, the guillotines. You know, started coming out of the woodwork. You know, the French were like, "Oh, Jacques Bleu, hey, go get the guillotine out of the cellar." You know, I mean, it's and that was just that's without guns. That's without guns. Just without guns, you don't. I mean, we see what happened in Sri Lanka, Brazil, Chile. You know, people don't need the guns. They just need to show up. But you know, we have the guns, so we have the largest standing army in the world, and we're free. So
That's
even though
why
even
they're
though the
afraid of
lies
you.
come out, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's why they're afraid of you.
Yes, and with good reason. With good reason.
And that's
But
just little old me stating it. And I have no reason to lie or anything else, you know. And I look at all these young people that vote for all these crazy left-wing nut jobs, and they're just putting themselves further into debt. The government's printing money like it's monopoly, and that causes inflation. If like up
yeah,
here, if you buy an $800,000 house, your mortgage payments are $5,000 a month for the rest of your fucking life.
yeah, yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. But we love this system. We love, or we love the illusion of this system. You know. So we that's where a lot of people are, especially when we start talking. And all of us here, we've talked to people that are I don't want to insult anyone, but they've got blinders on, and you know, they just like, hey, pay your taxes, pay your mortgage, you know, and stop for the nice policeman, and you know, get on the cattle car when it comes, you know, trust the government, you know, that kind of thing. No, that's history repeats itself.
And history
And so
shows
let's
all
just hope that we're on the right side of history.
it's all documented. You know, my grandpa Gray fought in the Battle of Normandy. He was captured by Germans and escaped, and he was a signal and rode off on his Norton Commando with the muffler over his shoulder so he could drive through water. When he escaped, he hit a landmine, and then he woke up in England in the hospital, kind of
Wow.
fucked up. And then he went on to fight in the Congo. He tried to go to he's Canadian. He tried to go to fucking Vietnam, for Christ's sake. They said,
I went
Tran,
to the Congo.
you did your duty, man.
Oh yeah, there's people like that. Yeah, there's people like that. They just don't stop. They just keep going. You know, from one conflict to the next. And you know, it's kind of addicting. It is. It is to be in the, you know what, to use a term from the Vietnam era, to be in the shit. You know, oh, are you in the shit, man? Were you in the shit, brother? Yes, I am. Yes, I was. You know, and it's just spitting ass and flying elbows, two-way range. You know, it gets addicting to folks, and rightly so, because those people that get addicted take charge and actually evolve and become alpha males, and they do amazing things. They're, you know, you think of it as just one person, but you think about a hero in a line of warriors. It inspires and adds so much more to the fighting force. You know, so it's not just that one person. That one person is feeding off of everybody else. That hero, you know, and yeah, the fun of the hunt, right? And so all the other warriors are like, I want to be that guy too. And you know, boom, and then you get cohesion, you get unit cohesion, and boom, amazing things happen. So yeah,
There's also
scholar to your who was it? Your father,
my
your
grandpa
grandfather.
Gray, Trenick Gray, signal.
Oh,
I talked to several buddies that were in the Gulf War, and one of my friends in Massachusetts area, retired policeman, he went over there, trained the police after they went in and cleaned house. But my buddy was a sniper over there, and when I was down in Texas, we'd go hunting together. Great big tall son of a bitch. Actually, he was with me when I got chased by the ostrich. And he reached over, like, the dude's tall, man. He reached up and grabbed it by the neck and tried to slap it in the face because it's like 8 feet tall. It's like 8 feet tall. He's like 6'4". He grabs it like that and he slaps it. Fucking thing, kicking the gate. I said to him,
Oscar's gonna have my money.
I said, he was going on another tour. I think his fourth. Guy got
Wow.
2 kids. I said, what are you doing, man? You did your duty. He goes, after everything I saw, this is the honest truth. He said, I just love shooting. Because the stuff he told me he saw, like, it was like mind blowing to me. These people send their kids out in backpacks with bombs, basically forfeiting their children's lives. They
Yeah.
send them out on the camp routes in the desert to slow traffic down. So it got to the point where the soldiers weren't allowed to slow down for children. They had to run them over, for fuck's sake. Do you understand the barbarity of a people that sacrifice their own children? That's what I don't understand. That's what angers me. Is that
Right.
how can people?
It's something as old as time. As long as we have been fighting, as long as there's human beings on this planet, that's how war is done.
That's tyranny at its utmost. When you sacrifice your children for evil, like I just
It's
blows my mind.
desperation. Yeah. It's desperation. Yeah. Yeah. Win at all cost. And that's the kind of warfare that they get into, and it's shocking. It's shocking and demoralizing and humiliating. But that's and it something like that, sticks with you for the rest of your life. I went to Africa and I seen atrocities with the kids there. I'm not going to get into much, but it was tough. It was hard. It still is to this day.
Talk about it.
Just watching just the kids, uh, you know, just thinking of the kids, not the people, not the adults that were doing all the crazy, killing and macheting and mass macheting and whatever mayhem and stuff. It's the kids that were weaponized, and also the true victims of the whole thing. It's just it hits you hard. It really does.
We have some of us have over faith in humanity because we all know that humans are pieces of shit a lot of times.
Oh yeah.
But we have the capacity to be fair, to be forgiving, to be charitable. But we also have that capacity to be ruthless pieces of shit. Fuck.
Yeah. I mean, exactly. We can be the worst piece of shit, ever, or we could be, the most exalted, charitable, just amazing human being. Uh, you know, it all depends, right? It all depends. Be charming. This is Kenogen, or pronounce it again for me.
Maybe Canadian.
Canadian, yeah. So, yeah, Canadian. I pronounce Kanajian. I mean, I can go either way, in many ways with it. So,
Don't call
yeah,
them
Dragon Slayer, remember Pol Pot, yeah. So kids have always been a soft spot, and that's the thing. Is any kind of warrior that is worth their salt can still be brought. Still can that kid factor can put a chink in that armor, and create that split second delay. So that's why kids are used, and it is.
What else? Is
Okay.
it show and tell time? Should I go grab the longbow? Handmade?
I tell you what. So
Next
we've been
time.
on. I could talk to you for freaking hours again. Another amazing guest. But we're gonna have to cut it short. Get somebody else up here. But
Get somebody up here.
no, wait.
Yeah.
Go get your longbow handmade. I think that's very, very interesting, and love to see that. And then you can do an exit. Wow. Handmade longbow. I tried to make well I halfway tried to make a longbow. I made the arrows. I made these big ass buffalo arrows. I think I told the story where we were whipping each other with them. But I wanted to do like a Mongolian style uh uh kind of make laminated bow, but I failed miserably at it and moved on. But yeah, let's see. Oh wow, that is beautiful. Look at that, folks.
And the actual bow is from the Benefit for Kids charity, Michigan. The guy that handmade it.
Oh wow, look at that. Can barely read it, but yeah.
When I flipped, it says here
Hold on. Let me
59.
put on my old man spectacles here. Yes. Hmm.
It's 59-pound draw
Oh, okay.
at 28 at 69 inches. Made for Benefit for Kids shoot. And if you notice, you can shoot it left hand or right hand.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
So
when
that was
I used to shoot a lot bow and arrows, and this was early 2000s. I was getting into that whole because the way I was taught was that whole go to this side, get the three fingers, take your breath. The basic marksmanships of basically the same marksmanships of fundamentals of shooting guns and bow are basically the same with the breathing technique and the release and so but everything was very stringent and regimented. And then I started to get inspired by these Mongolians and letting the bow fly and using a thumb ring and shooting on the other side for quickness. I was like, whoa, it was like another fucking level of bow archery.
Be charming. I've actually killed a wild boar with this.
Ooh.
It was extremely fun. I was geeked.
You were geeking.
I was tweaked. Yeah, what a great bow, though. On that, I'm going to let you, because I know a bunch of people want to come on, and it's pretty interesting. I know I've chatted with a bunch of yous, and it's a pleasure for me to shoot the shit with yous on a regular basis. I appreciate each and every one of yous.
Oh, yeah.
And all we can do is, what would the word be? As intelligent individual human beings, is try to stick together, and hopefully we can right the ship.
Absolutely.
So
Outstanding.
I'm gonna
All right.
Chad,
So thank you very
thank
much, Canajan. Thank you so much. I mean, I see you constantly in my comments, I thank you so much, for everything, and you're a badass. You're a badass. Absolutely.
I'm just me. I'm not trying to be anybody else. Just a good friend or a good acquaintance, a good citizen, a good grandfather, a good father, and not get caught up in all the bullshit.
Right. And still keep your creativity and your love and your badassery.
And try and live a free life.
Right on. Well, thank you very much, man. Skull to you.
Skills of your enemy.
All right, Canajan. Thank you very much. Wow, that was interesting. Wow, yeah, I'm loving this. What do you guys think? If you like this kind of thing, kind of interviewee thing, I like it. Guest has left, so if anybody else would like to come up, please feel free. Boom. Thank you very much, Blaine. Blaine is on top of it. Folks, and Canajan. Canajan, if you're still there. Oh, here we go. Canajan, if you're still there and you can copy paste that link as well, that'd be badass. Here we go. We have another one. What's up, Farmer Son Prepping? Anybody else would like to go? Please feel free.
Hang on. Let me turn this volume down on his TV.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
What's
like,
going
come on and
on, brother?
everything. How are you
How
doing?
you doing, man? I'm
Good.
doing good.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right, man. I got questions. This is YouTube doing this now, or is it some
Yes.
software? Or?
This is YouTube.
Wow.
Yep, it's called
Okay.
YouTube Pair or YouTube. I don't know. I don't know how to get this feature if it comes with a certain subscription thing. I don't know. But I seen it, and it was a go live with somebody, have a guest. And so I checked it out. That was the reason for the accidental live last time. But yeah, it's pretty neat. I'm digging it, learning it. I have a phone, so I cannot interact with chat. I can't post links or anything like that. But I hear that with a computer, you have more options, of course.
Yeah. Well, I'm more familiar with StreamYard because that's what I use like on my channel and stuff. But
Right. Sure.
the chat, when somebody new types something, it pops up on my screen. So I'm seeing the chat here.
Yeah, I like that idea too.
I
It's
don't think I can type on it, but I'm seeing what everybody's saying. So that's kind of cool.
yep, I like that. It's very interactive.
Yeah.
Usually when you're a guest, you can't see chat or stuff like that.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's very
Uh,
cool, man.
I don't know I don't know what your perception of it is. Are we up and down or side by side?
We're up and down
Okay. Okay.
because I'm on a
I-
phone too. That's all I ever use is a phone.
Okay. I tried to change it to side by side. It wouldn't let me do it.
It's side by side on my TV screen that I'm looking at.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're side by side on the TV screen. So yeah, it's weird.
So go ahead and talk about yourself. Tell us about yourself. Where you're from, where you're at, what you do. Please, the floor is yours.
The rundown. Okay. I'm farmer son prepping. Have a little small YouTube channel like Mr. Shad here does. I'm in Alabama. I'm in St. Clair County, Alabama. That's as close as I'll give you. And I prep. I live on a farm with my dad, taking care of him. He's in his 70s, and awesome adventures in the country. Just little prepping, little survival stuff, backpacking, camping every now and then. Living the dream, brother. I am a little bit on the disabled side, so I have visual problems and I have mobility issues. I have a bad leg, so but we do what we can. It's better than sitting in the house and staring at four walls. You know what I mean?
Right on. I'm digging it.
Yeah.
And yeah, even with all your disabilities and limitations, your mind and your creativity and your grit really shows through. So obviously,
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we are a very patriotic family. My dad was drafted in Nam and went over there and did a year and came home, and he's forgot all about it or tried to. So we're very patriotic people. I love my Second Amendment rights and my First Amendment rights and my Fourth Amendment rights, and I'm staunch on that. I guess I'm what you'd call a Christian constitutionalist or something like that. I think our government's trying to kill us all and do away with our country, and it pisses me off. Yeah, I don't even want to go down that road because I will get mad. But yeah, so I help people learn things to prep, things that are good ideas for their because I live in the deep South, and what may be right prepping wise for me may not be right for everybody else. And so I'll have a live tomorrow, by the way. I think it's at 2:00, so y'all come join us. And you'll kind of get an idea of what we do and what we talk about. And so just enjoy the community. I really enjoy being part of the preparedness community and the community we're in. I love you, Matt Chad. Watch your channel all the time. Y'all know I'm in here quite often.
oh yeah, I see you all the time.
So
Oh, yeah.
I just enjoy it. And I live alone, so being a part of this community means a whole bunch. And I got dogs.
Yes, you got dogs. Dogs, plural. Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
forget which one it looks like a blue tick. It's not a blue tick though. Is it?
I don't have a blue tick. I have
No,
a
it
German
looks like one.
Shepherd. It does.
Oh, I don't know. It maybe it's my memory. You know. No, that don't look like a blue tick at all.
German Shepherd mix, and my border collie is outside. He's red or brown and white, red and white, but they call it red and white, but he's more like brown and white. But yep, those are the two dogs I have. They keep me company. Rocky's 8, and he's neutered. Got him from the shelter. He's a Frisbee dog, super duper smart. And this one here got dropped off at my door 3 years ago, and I love him, but man, he's a Velcro dog, and he gets in the freaking way like every 4 minutes. Daddy, you got up? What's the fridge? Yeah, Daddy, you got up? What's the fridge? What's going on? I'm just getting a drink, son. Get out of the way. I'm walking back to the chair now. But
Yeah,
he's a good.
that's charity with me. You guys don't see throughout the day. I can go wherever I want, right? If this thing is not on, I can go wherever I want. I can go to the kitchen. She'll follow me in, just kind of look in there, and go, "Oh, you ain't doing nothing." Walk out. "Oh, you're fucking doing dishes." Okay, whatever. But as soon as this thing comes on, she's like, I can see her in the background. She does things like this.
Yeah. Yeah, and when I'm on the phone too, I can be talking to Penny Pension Prepper or somebody on the phone, and they'll just perk up. I hear voices. Well, who is that? Oh, and don't let me put my shoes on. They go.
Oh, yeah.
Daddy's going outside. Woo-hoo! They get all excited. So yeah.
Okay, Charity went. All right, you're in charge. I have to deal with the dog, Charity, and everything. I'll be right back.
10-4. All right, y'all. Let me see what y'all are saying in chat. That's because she doesn't know who you're talking to. Yep. Dogs hear voices. And it's like, hey, I hear voices, and there's no people, and so yeah. The sunshine today for the first time. It was like, the heavens opened up and the sun came out, and because it has rained every day for 7 or 8 freaking days straight, and I'm done with rain, at least for today and tomorrow. So praise the Lord for that. That's good. Yes, it is cold here. It ain't minus 40 or nothing like that, but it's cold. The heat's kicking on. That's kind of why I'm in the living room tonight, sitting in the chair, because the heater's like right there. So old man staying close to the heater tonight. So because it is chilly. So you're back.
I'm listening. What? Go ahead.
I was just talking to him. Actually, sometimes I think I just talk to him and let him self-talk, I reckon.
Oh, I totally do that. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just telling the crowd there that I'm sitting in here by the heater tonight. I'm not in there where I'm usually
That's funny. I have the heater next to me, but it's pushing out. It's not near me. I'm literally in flip-flops and shorts. It's like 10, 11 degrees outside, 7 degrees. I forget. It's cool. It's cool. But yeah, Charity had to go. And so I let her go on the balcony. I train her that way because, I just can't take her because getting out of here is a freaking maze.
Right.
I got like levels of security, and I got to wear pants. And so, there's people watching. So
I feel you. I'm in and out 10, 12, 13 times a day with my dog. So I get it. If you can train her to do it on the balcony and clean it up or whatever, then, it's less hassle, I get it completely.
Yeah, I mean, especially I know how she is now. She's 18 years old. Sometimes she doesn't want to go out in the ice and snow barefooted. I get it.
And, some dogs actually, they can't take the cold like that. My dogs love the cold. Or, I don't know that they love minus 40 because we don't get nothing like that down here. But, they love the cold outside because, it's 10, 14 degrees. They're cool. They're still jumping in the water as long as it's not froze up.
Oh, yeah. It surprised me today. Charity is 18. She said that Billy, hang in there, Billy. But yeah, she today was the day that we go for the 100-mile march.
Right.
Right now? Oh shit!
Yeah.
You know, we're hauling ass.
Gotta go.
We
Yeah.
and it was literally my fingers were freezing. You know, I was like, my face was freezing, my finger was freezing. I'm looking at her like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Yeah, fuck it, let's go." You know, and there's
Yeah.
still ice, and I mean, it's like it's everything's frozen now. So even the ground is frozen, even the creek was frozen, and so but we still she was pushing it out. Usually it's like, nope, nope, I'm gonna poop and let's go.
Yeah.
In and out. Today was
Yeah.
let's go for a march.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And everything here with me and my two are off leash. So, but like
We'll have to do that. Ugh.
my dogs rarely get in trouble, with me. But typically the days where I really get pissed off is the days when it's 10 degrees and I'm freezing and they won't come in. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I
Right.
have no leash, so I have no control. And the commands are like, screw your commands. Yeah. So, yeah, those are the days they get in trouble. But, most of the time, man, they're awesome dogs. They keep me company. They make me.
Yeah, I've done. I have to keep a leash on Charity. Any dog that she perceives, and she can perceive, she can smell, she can see, she can hear, she can sense it. She will run straight to that dog wherever it is and try to kill it. So that's a flaw of her breed, I guess. But she has to be on a leash. But there are times when I've had her off the leash, and it's been beautiful. It's been a great time.
Yeah.
Of course, and that's the idea. That's one of the things I wanted to talk about is during shift. When the balloon goes up. Oh, wait a minute. There's a few already.
Right.
But
Yeah.
and I'm doing my thing. I can't have her on a leash.
Right.
Well, I can. There's certain times when it would, I'm just gonna have to say, look, you're on your own. Stick with me. Let's get through this. And hopefully she can, get it.
And that's one good thing. My dogs already follow me. The border collie actually pees on command because I got him. I'm not kidding. He does. When I got him, I lived in Section 8 apartments, and you get a lot like what you're doing. He had to be on leash at all times, and you had to have him shots and all that stuff. So, for a convenience factor, I got a book called Dog Training for Dummies, and I'm like learning how to teach. And I taught him how to pee on command. So I go out there, I give the TT command, TT. He'll do it. We turn around and walk back in the house. And, I sat out there for 15 minutes watching the dog, smell every freaking thing, in the common area. So,
Yeah. I'm sure right now I've been training her for the last year now is shift left, shift right. And that it's on the leash, but I'm just saying it, Charity, shift right, Charity, shift left, and she just kind of goes with it. I'm like,
I did what was it? The old people that plowing with a mule, they call it G and haw. G meant one way and haw went the other. And I had Rocky when we were living in the city at the time. He would do those. He don't remember them now. He's been off leash for I don't know 6 years, so he's probably forgotten all that stuff. But I had him G'ing and hawing when we were in the city, because he was way out in front of me on the lead, and I could say Rocky G, and he'd go the way I wanted to go.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It just, it takes a lot of time, and time is something I have a lot of. And in dog training, and it's real rewarding. But if you're trying to work a 40-hour job, and it's next to impossible. So,
yep.
Speaking of that, and I got family members that work all day, and I'm trying to explain some of this ESG and some of this crap they're trying to pull on me. And of course, my sister looks at me and like, "What are you talking about?" She says, "Well, why?"
So I have a question. What is ESG?
Environmental social governance. That's where. That. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, and of course, she's looking at me like, Well, if they were trying to do that, it'd be on the news. I'm like, but it ain't. And I'm trying to convince her she needs some alternative news sources because they're just feeding them, people who work a lot. I get it. You're busy, you're tired, you come home, you just watch the news. But I'm trying to convince some people in my family that, hey, you need to be watching something besides Fox or CBS or whatever.
Yeah. Billy.
So,
Okay. Those dogs are crazy. Yeah. And I try to talk to people like that as well. And they're like, what's the problem? It's no big deal. I'm like, no, you don't understand. They're lying to you. They're
Right.
outright lying to you, and they're pushing you towards your think about and I asked them, I say, do you like advertisements? Oh no, I fucking hate advertisements. I fucking hate it. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Well, that's what they're doing to you. That's what social media, that's what Fox News, CNN, all that crap is doing to you. Is they're influencing your brain. They're influencing you to do something. That's all. It's just a mere suggestion.
They're
That's
giving
all.
you that. They're giving you that daily dose of fear, reinforcement, and and just telling you what you want to hear instead of what's actually going on. And it just saddens me to see that my family is so blind to what the hell's going on. It just drives me nuts. But I'm dealing with it.
Right. I mean, and you know what? It's hard. It is hard, but you know what? You did it. You move on, and then
Yeah.
of course, you always have the right to say, "I told you so."
Right. Oh, and I would. Yeah. But I told her, I said, fine. You don't believe me. You don't take my word for it. Go do some research on it.
Mhm.
I,
Yeah.
I told her to go Google it, but I don't trust Google as far as I can throw it either. But I'm like, do some research. I'm like, I tried to explain to her, the media, it's they've done this before. Project Mockingbird. She's too busy smoking cigarettes and enjoying her afternoon on the porch. Whatever. I get it. They're gonna
Yeah.
be in shock when stuff actually breaks loose. It's gonna be sad.
Well, I mean, I think that people rise to the occasion. There's also you get lost in it. The fog of everything. And then you're going to see, yeah, sure, but how people normally conduct themselves in their daily lives tells you a lot about what's going to happen, how they're going to react. I like for instance the movie Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
Shaun of the Dead. Remember that? It was set in England. It was a freaking. But the fucking King Slayer was a videotape manager.
Mhm.
He was a poor schmuckatelli that nobody liked, and here he is going, look, this is the way to proceed. He's the badass. He's the smart one. So it's working the problem, and you're gonna see that. I like seeing that. I like seeing people that
I
that
get
get
that.
put into that
I get,
situation.
yeah, I get that, Shad. They're going to bounce back, but my concern is they have prepared nothing. They may react to it in a positive way or in a good way, but they have prepared nothing. My sister is a concealed carrier just like I am. How many boxes of shells you got for your firearm? One. Oh, and 20 of those are in the firearm. So
Yeah, and well, that's when we see, especially you see with history, what happens is that people start looking for things like that harder, and there becomes a goods and services. So you have like this black market goods and services kind of thing. That's why vice and grift was so prevalent in the Great Depression. You
yeah,
know,
that's
uh,
true.
I mean, drug sales were up, skyrocketed in the Great Depression. Everybody wanted drugs. Never mind, I can't eat.
Drugs,
I don't have
booze,
shoes. I want drugs.
whatever it takes to make the the problem go away for 35 minutes, so you can have a little sanity. I get it. Well, hey man, I'm not gonna hang out on here long. I know there's others that want to get up and chit chat with you, so I'll figure out how to get out of this thing, and you can bring somebody up, man. Enjoyed
Okay.
being on the program here, buddy.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. Good seeing you. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
As always. Let me see how we get out of here.
All right. Yep. Take care of
Leave.
yourself. All right, Billy. Everybody, that was Farmer Son Prepping. Billy, you're up. That was Farmer Son Prepping. You guys know him. Really cool, man. You know, I like how he I like his I can feel the Alabama in him. I really can. You know, I say I'm from Tennessee. You know, Tennessee is in me. Sure, but that good old country way. Yeah, is so many regrets too. I mean, like I talk about my family. They had you know, big like 900 acre freaking 900 freaking acre farm with all this stuff, and I haphazardly throughout my life as a kid, you know, grew up there, working there and shit like that, and then of course it gets sold out from underneath us. So it's crazy. Yeah, you got that Alabama smile, right? Billy, there's a link in chat. Farmer Son Prepping. If you could do me a favor, there you go. Garsman just popped it up. Red October. Hey, welcome. Red Ock just came in. Was that you? But yeah, Billy. Blaine just dropped the link. It'd be cool to talk to Billy. But yeah, this is really cool. I dig this. I dig this. This is pretty neat. So whoever. Oh, that was your backup channel. Okay, Red Oct. I like it. I like it. Red October. Yeah. If you guys don't know who Red October is, man, I don't know. You're stupid. Right on, brother. But Red October is he's a master at the knives. I'm trying to get everybody at work to throw knives. Red October. I'm trying to get them. I built a freaking body. I built one of these at work out of plywood. Yes, like the trial by axe. I built one. Basically, I took a can of spray paint and sprayed it on a solid pallet, and I've been throwing stuff at it. Whatever. Show us the target next time. Yeah. Thank you very much, Sonia. Yeah, very cool. You're on a list or something, Billy. No, there. All you have to do is just click on the link, and you will be up on panel as soon as I allow it. Right now, it just says guest left, so I have no guest. No, there's no queue. There's none of that. There's nobody waiting in the wings. It only allows FS. Okay. No, there's nothing. So I'm learning how this works. It's very simple. It's very simple, stupid. I have no control over it. Boom. There you go. Majik is, what's my shirt say? Oh, okay. Here we go. I'm sorry. Are you offended? Oh, did I offend you? Yeah, there you go. I learned, yeah. I never really knew who Deadpool was, but once I watched I watched the movie, then I went back and read the comics. Fuck it, you've got 5 minutes, Chad. All right, thank you, Garsman. But I realized I'm that guy. Damn. And I never knew it. And I heard people like say shit before, like but Deadpool. Okay, here we go. Guardsman. Boom. All right, Guardsman. It is Guardsman coming up. And he is sideways.
Here we go.
Hey, what's up, Blaine?
Howdy do.
Howdy, howdy. So everybody, this is Gosman 134, aka Blaine.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am ye old guardsman. How do you do?
Blaine, how you doing tonight, man? Thank you very much for
I just
dropping
sat
everything in
down.
chat and being an awesome moderator, stepping up amongst the sea of moderators. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So tell us about yourself. Tell everybody what you've been up to and what you got going on.
All right, about me. I was born in Torrance, California in July of 1987 to a man named John Price and a woman named Victoria. And they tried to raise me up right. They worked really, really hard to get me to where I am. And I learned everything. My brain was like, you want to talk about like savant syndrome, brain like a sponge. My dad raised me to be that way. Like he would sit me down with an encyclopedia and say, 3 chapters, and then you can go outside. And I'm not bullshitting you, like 3 chapters, encyclopedia. You're sitting there going, God, this is boring. I'm going to fall asleep.
Yeah, right.
So
Yeah.
when folks like, they're like, you know so much. No, I just have had so much shoved into my brain.
So I can imagine as a kid, being subjected to that. You like it now, but I get the idea that as a kid you didn't like it. You're like, fuck, I want to go outside.
Right?
I just made 10,000 water balloons. Can I go outside now?
Right. Dad, you got me a BB gun for Christmas. Why can't I go shoot cans in the backyard? Or Dad, I want to go and take care of my apple tree out back or stuff like that. No, why do I got to sit here and read a book?
Right. Yeah.
But
That's interesting. That's interesting. My childhood was not as forced. My mom and dad, they knew they literally bought a freaking library, different Encyclopedia Britannicas, all the National Geographics, Illustrated, all that shit, and it was just there. Music. I mean, they just bought all this stuff, this library, and put it in a hallway, and didn't say nothing. Just walked away. And yeah, sure enough, we're just like, all of us.
Yeah.
Eventually, we're sitting, Indian style, going, I got to I just finished E, and then, me and my brother and sister are like, I'm going for F, ha, 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 so it's kind of like a competition, but we were just entrenched and engaged into it. I still remember, my first early years of going, what's a Neanderthal? Where are Neanderthals? Where are Cro-Mags?
I'm a Neanderthal. Can't you see that big old brow ridge over there?
What's a denizen? A denison. What? And I'm like, my mind was going boom. Billy is having difficulties here. Let's address Billy.
Yeah.
He's been trying to get on.
I tried
Billy,
to get him up here like 4 or 5 times. All right. I've been dropping the link every single
Right.
time. It's like somebody else jumps up there, and I'm like, I sat there, I waited for him to jump up in the video and all that. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to leave homie hanging. I'm going to get up there if he doesn't get up there. So I just jumped up. So.
Right.
My
So
bad.
let's and so you can help me out with this and trying to, because this is all a learning experience about this this YouTube thing. So it only allows one guest. It only allows one person in queue. It's a very simple link, right? And it's very simple, stupid. And I have no control. You can see chat. You can exit. I can remove you. That's about it, right?
Yeah. It's like StreamYard StreamYard 0.01, like the beta the beta
You
run of
got the
StreamYard.
basic model. You got the manual. This ain't automatic. This is the manual. This is a 4-speed.
Clutch to the floor, shift second, clutch to the floor, let go.
Yeah, this is the one that grinds. The gears grind when you shift.
This is the
the
one
way it
where if
is.
you do it wrong, you're going to be paying for a transmission.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's interesting. You talked about that. A friend of mine was talking at work that he let a friend of his borrow his vehicle. And here, everybody's got a truck, everybody's got 4-wheel drive, and anybody that's a Clevelander. I don't. I'm working on it. Got to get a house first. But anyway, he said that his friend literally took his truck and drove like to another little village or neighborhood in 4 low the whole time. So, but he
That
he didn't
hurts.
get on the
That-
highway. But he didn't get on the highway. He stayed on the back roads on the 35 mile an hour. But he said, "Wow, I like your truck. It's got a lot of jump and kick and got a lot of power." And my friend went in there and said, "Motherfucker, you've been driving in 4 low the whole time."
Dude, that's how you burn out 4 low. Honest, like my dad had a Suburban, 78 Suburban when I was a kid, all right? And
Yeah.
we had a snow plow for that thing. We had, 4-wheel drive and all the fun shit. 4 high, 4 low. The automatic with it was called
Really?
a semi-automatic transmission. If you ever heard of those, they're so freaking obscure. Like there's only a few different vehicles that have ever been made with them, and they are made to order transmissions. So what it is
Hmm.
with a semi-automatic, you can slap it into overdrive and it'll drive fine like it's an automatic transmission, go through all the gears, no problem. But if you want to, you can actually hit a
I
button
like
on
having
your
options.
dash and then switch the gears yourself on the floor. And it's like a almost like the old Trans Am transmissions down on the floor where you could sit
Yes,
there and
yes,
just basically slap the stick and it would jump through the gears.
yes.
And then
I had an old truck I had to
the
drive like that.
yeah,
It wouldn't shift. It was a manual. It wouldn't shift unless it was in the right RPM. So the clutch didn't work. So you basically had fuck the clutch. You had a brake and a gas. And oh yeah, going crazy
yeah.
talking about the slap shifters. I was a shade tree mechanic assistant when I was younger, and that's what this guy did is built fucking dragster cars for everybody in Tennessee. Everybody wanted to be the next best fucking drag strip king, but it was a queen. I went to school with her. She had a red '68 Camaro, and she beat everybody constantly. But yeah, so interesting.
So yeah, slap shifter. Like honest to God truth. Yeah, this Suburban Chevy Suburban had a slap shifter in it, and 4 high, 4 low. And funny enough, we got stuck on a canal bank because my dad decided one day, we're going to go and hang out with our friends. And we go driving up the side of the mountain and we get up on these canal banks that go down into Willard in Utah. And we get up over the top of it and he basically he teeters a Suburban on top of the canal bank. Got
Well,
it
damn.
stuck in 4 low. That is a hard thing to do.
You're up there seesawing. Yeah.
It literally came down to he made me get out of the truck and go stand on the back bumper. What?
Put some weight on it, boy.
Well, he backed up.
Stay in this
down
spot
the
right here. Here, hold this. Yeah.
This is how we grew up. All right, we grew up. You might get run over by a truck tomorrow. You don't know.
Yeah. I mean that I admit the adults in my childhood life seemed like they were trying to kill me, but when I didn't die, they laughed.
You're right.
Like I
This-
fucking survived. Shit.
That's where I come from. That's why I verify so much with like everybody who's at that age, like just a few years older than me. To
Right,
me,
yeah.
it's just nostalgic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. I see something familiar in the background.
You see something? Yes, yes. Hallelujah. How's about we take a look see? Because yeah, I stuck that up there with that express permission in mind and thought. Here, past here. In case y'all were wondering, I won this particular axe here
Let's see.
on Mad Shads. So yes,
That's great.
it
I get to.
is
I'm
here
watching.
in
I'm
my
looking at this
hands.
thing. Yeah.
The original stone axe. Rah,
So
rah, rah.
so have you done anything to it? Doesn't look like it.
Not yet. I've
Any
actually
plans?
been working a lot on my sword lately, so and my book,
Oh, I
so I
guess it's
haven't
fine.
had really the thought process to be able to include this.
Right. I mean, it's
Don't worry,
you know, to be fair, it's something cheaply made. The origins of it. I told you about that, right?
no, you didn't.
Okay. So this was donated to me by Carol Ann Henderson. You know who that is? She donated me that with a whole bunch of other junk, like knives and just cool little things, and that was it. Uh, and so she said it came from a off the reservation. There was vendors on the side of the road, and these guys were pumping these things out. It looks like it's been machined. They probably took it to they took a piece of wood, they took a stone, and they there you go.
Yeah,
Fucking
it's
dumbass tourist. Here's your tomahawk. You know, it
it's a
took me like
concrete. It's basically a plate of concrete tile.
it looks like
That
the shale rock. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, I know. It's
The,
very
the
interesting how
decorative
they
stuff.
did that. But
Like this
it's a
came off of
piece of
somebody's
concrete
house.
tile, honestly. When
Like
you
it
when
came
you
off
really
of
look at
somebody's
it,
house or something.
it's concrete. It's literally concrete in there. But
Yeah.
they took a grinder to it, a hand grinder, obviously, and they ground down the edge on it. So you got this fun little shape here. Then they took some just some basic strapping thongs, some hide rope, and strapped it on there in the top.
And it's
Piece of
pretty
good
old.
old heavy duty larch. That is
Yeah.
some real strong larch wood right there.
It's called larchwood.
Yeah, this is larch.
What is that?
The tree is really, really, really hard. And if you smack your knuckles with it, you're gonna be sitting there crying for a couple of months. Yeah, this is larch.
Hickory is comparable to hickory oak or something.
Comparable to a lead bar in how hard it is, and comparable to like a willow with how light it is.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yeah,
All right, yeah,
that
yeah,
that's
yeah.
larch.
Larch. Okay, cool. Yeah, and I felt this too. I mean, I've had this thing in my hand and played with it. I'm like, wow, it's very reactive. It's very
Yeah,
light, very reactive. So yeah. But it wiggles a lot and things jiggle and wiggle and when things are moving,
but
when I'm trying to move it, I don't like that.
no,
That was
same
my
here.
thought was to like epoxy it or reband it or something. But
So
I was curious to see what you're gonna do with it. But yeah, I know you're working on swords.
I was working on my sword, which is actually sitting in front of me over here. But for that, I have a special glue that it's just like all across the ancient Native American culture that this particular type of glue was used, and it's pine pitch mixed with
Yeah,
wood ash and boiled fish skins.
fish skins.
Yes,
I've heard of like they would use some a hoof for glue.
Yeah, there's also
One of the hook-
hoops and
Yeah.
and
Deer hooves.
bone glue and hide glue.
Bone
But
glue. Yeah, bone glue. That's the one yeah.
I've got some hide glue right here.
Hide
Some stuff
glue.
that I made from
Wow.
rawhide. Yeah, that's hide glue.
Billy says larch is like Osagi. Okay.
Yeah, larch is like Osage, just hard, not really as
Like-
heavy as Osage, but like a very light colored wood,
I'm learning.
very
I'm learning.
hard,
I know what
very hot
waxwood is.
grain.
I know what doing kung fu. I know what waxwood is. Waxwood is it's very light, but it's got a hardness to it, and it's got some jing to it, like some to it.
Yeah, like it kind of like as if you were to hit a piece of steel. Here, let me see if I can do this for you. If you were to hit a piece of steel, you'd hear a ring. Larch and waxwood both do that. It actually has that kind of thwop kind of ring that wood doesn't normally have unless it's really uber hard.
Yeah. And I've noticed that when I use the waxwood to hit with, it doesn't give me that vibration, that painful vibration, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. That's actually something that I try working with when it comes down to like doing woodwork. For instance, the handle that I'm going to be putting on my sword. I talked about this in my live stream. But when you're making a handle for a sword, you don't want to just use one type of wood, because what you're doing is you're literally making something you're going to be beating against another piece of steel with. That's the intention of a sword. So you want to be able to have as little of that reverberation and shock come back into your hand.
Well, that type of swordsmanship. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
There, there's,
it's not the hack and slash. It's the fence and proper defense to open a hole, then make a stab or a slash and cut.
right.
So
Right. Yeah. I forget the treaty, but yeah. It's a different, it's more deflection is needed, more, being able to get in there, and do a good slash, because you're either elevated, or your opponent is down, working in the trenches. So this sword, I'm familiar with this sword in military history. It worked. It worked. It really did. And it was brilliant, because even though it was curved, you could still, get in there. It was very lively. You could still move the blade of your opponent to get an edge, get that hit, that stab. But you could also use it as defensive as well. And you could it really it had some jing, but it didn't deform much. And that's because of the thickness and the type of the metal. Uh, I like I like that. I do. I prefer something with a little bit more meat. I like I can do the same thing. But I understand. I'm learning. I've been learning fencing theory. And I like to see the differences and similarities between different cultures, different martial art cultures, like India, China versus Europe. France, Germany. Some of these amazing histories. What I want now is I want a Polish saber. A Polish saber.
Yes,
It's got,
those things are amazing.
I mean, and yeah, I mean, you just turned yourself into a Ginsu knife, with that's, you're now a blender, you're basically a blender now, and anybody in your area has been blended.
Yeah, that's actually, if I may, Chad, I'll show it.
Oh,
What I've
yes,
got so
please.
far, at least.
Yes, of course, please.
Okay. Ouch. Oh, like I said, it's right here in front of me. This it's
Are you
still
doing
a
that
work in progress, so folks, don't get on chat about it. Don't get on me about it. It's still a work in progress. But this is the bar which the blade is originally made from. Okay. It is got a few different terms going through history. It's called a footman's saber, a hanger, a Swedish saber, and a Campe Sabar. There's a few different types of connotation for this particular blade. It was used in the trenches. It was used in hand-to-hand warfare going back before the trenches. And these swords actually were they were a big deal on the American Revolution battlefield. Folks don't know this, but prior to there being a standard officer's sword, whatever long blade you could carry was your sword on the battlefield.
Yeah. And I know a little bit about the history, and this got me too. Is you ever heard of the Prince with George Washington? Prince Hassim, or yeah, well, they called him the Prince. He was basically a very extremely large black individual that hung out with George Washington. He was a slave. He was basically a slave that had won his freedom or fought for his freedom. It was unclear, but he claimed to be a prince from an island country. But he was taken as a child into slavery and all this and that. But Prince Hassim, I think his name was Prince. They call him the Prince or something. I'm not sure. My memory is a little iffy. But he was a badass, and he was part of George Washington's guard, like personal guard. He was so big that when he got a sword like that, it was like a little toothpick in his hand. This guy was like
he
6'9".
He would have a sword like this and holding
No.
it right here. It would look like this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So what George Washington did is he he got this guy to make a fucking claymore for him. A large claymore that he could wield into battle. And he wore it he's 6'9" or so. He's nearly 7 foot tall. The guy was nearly 7 foot tall. From what I understand. Big, black, just monstrous. He was there with the crossing of the Delaware, and he did a lot of because George Washington was a sneaky motherfucker.
Right?
He would sneak up into your fort.
Well, how are you going to beat a freaking gigantic empire as a tiny little nation, other than guerrilla warfare? That's how we came about. That's how America was built.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he used this guy Prince to his advantage when they would capture the British soldiers. He would threaten them with sodomy from the Prince, and they would just talk. Okay. Even though it was a lie,
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure he didn't. The Prince guy didn't want to even anything to do with it. It was just the matter of the very fact that he's big and he's looks different, and so you wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah. But yeah, I would love to see a sword. They said he made a claymore for him. That was, I don't know if it was in the style of that, that curved saber kind of style. I don't know. Or was it a two-handed fucking claymore?
It might have been a two-handed claymore, or it might have been like what I've got, which this is almost complete. It's a matter of I've got to take the scale off, I've got to get the edge onto it, and then I've got to heat treat it. But this is almost a complete blade.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like much. It's not that tall of a blade when you really look at it. I mean, by comparison to my hand, you can see it all the way to the tip. It's not that tall of a blade. It's about the length of my
you
arm.
could definitely use it. I like it. You could. I like a short blade like that, or not really a short blade, but it's kind of in between.
Yeah,
it's kind of in between. It's like you're not like
called,
got this super long rapier or this thing. or you don't have this little machete. It's kind of in between, so you can get into places. You can take it with you, take it through the woods, and climb a fucking mountain.
Well,
Whatever.
there's another
But your
sword
truck.
in history. There's another sword in history going back to the medieval times that this sword draws a little bit of heritage from. And that is called the hand and a half
Okay.
arming sword.
Arming swords. Yeah, I was going to say arming sword.
Yes.
The hand and a
It
half.
gave you
So, are you
the
going to put
option.
are you going to put a weighted pommel on the end of it, or
Yes.
you are?
So
Okay.
the hand and a half sword gives you the option of being able to wield it with one hand. It's still, it's light enough and maneuverable enough you can wield it with one hand, like a knife.
But yeah, but if
But
you needed to,
if you
yeah.
need that extra bit, you've got all this extra length. You've got a pommel that's going to be, well, let me see if I can get this with both hands.
Oh shit.
I blame the yips. All right.
Hold on.
So
Let me turn this chat off.
both hands,
Okay.
you can see you got a hand here, and then you've got a hand about here. That pommel's going to come to right about the center of my hand there.
Right.
So that's actually how a hand and a half sword is built.
Yeah.
The clamshell or oyster shell knuckle bow comes to here, and then comes out and around the tang and handle, and then your hand goes underneath that knuckle bow, and then you've got a pommel to about the middle of my hand.
Right. Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. So, okay, like a Messerschmitt. Yeah, that kind of
Like a
knuckle
messer,
bone.
yes.
The knuckle bow. I kind of like that. Where one end is going up here and one is just going down, and that's where your hand is. I like that. It kind of reminds me of the trench knife. But yeah, or I don't like. That's why I don't like the Scottish claymore though. It didn't. I like to have. I like to
claymore-
really move things around. I like to have that movement because I do a lot of wrist stuff. And when you get a basket or something like that, it just restricts your movement, and you're basically
Yeah,
doing
like
this.
this. Try and do that.
Right.
With a
Yeah, it's kind
claymore.
of hard to do in a bastard sword or a basket or sword or something like that.
Yeah.
With a
A
guard.
basket hilted backsword.
But a knuckle, a little knuckle like that, like the Messerschmitt, I like that because it kind of, if you need to, it just clamps right there. You're like, oh shit,
yeah,
that's pretty
you
cool.
could basically hang it on
Like
your
a
knuckles
handshake.
and just hold it with your hand open.
It's like a handshake. And of course, you can do some really cool twirls with it. Show off for the ladies. Do some flourishes. Yeah.
Now, one of the cool things about the Footman Saber and I know I'm taking you off on a tangent, but
Really?
I got to point this out because you brought it up. One of the cool things about the Footman Saber is that this was a sword that was utilized predominantly in the 1700s, but then was used all the way up into the trenches of World War I. This sword saw so much action, it could actually be considered as one of the longest serving styles of blade in history. Like I said, having that off-center tang about the length of your arm to about your shoulder. All right.
Yeah.
So, from the handle, mind you, to about the length of your shoulder. And the maneuverability of having the point dropped to your handle. That gave you so much maneuverability, gave you so much extra, just be able to guide it into
Just that
small
little
little
bit.
gaps.
Yeah. Yeah, it does make a difference. Yeah. I like playing with all kinds of weapons and
Well,
yeah,
Chad, imagine
having that point of reference is very important. Knowing where the edge alignment is when I grab something, I can automatically just think, okay, now I've got some play. I can move things and move stuff around, and I can fuck around, and I don't have to be so rigid.
imagine if I
I like
grabbed
that,
the
and
sword.
no, I'm right on target because it's really
Imagine
quick.
if I grab the sword like that, I'm not looking at it. I could
Yeah.
feel that it's heavy
Oh,
towards
oh,
my
oh.
wrist. So I just flip it around and now I'm ready. It's heavy towards my fingers. It's because it's got that blade feel, the dexterity.
Yeah, you get options, which is much needed when you're, on the ground, stabbing and slicing. It's good. It's good to have options in that thing, in that scrum.
So yeah,
Yeah, I've been watching this sword being built for quite some time, and I know for you it's a process. Uh,
it's hard work. It really is. It's a lot of hard work. This is not something that I would say,
Jeez.
just start off making a sword. Start with something like this. Okay. Little knives. Start with little knives. Make 1,000 nails and then make one of these. Then make 100 of these before you make one of these.
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy it. I'm gonna find people like you and go, hey, can you make this? I'll give you 1,000 rabbits.
Okay. Okay. 1,000 we can talk. 1,000 rabbits. We can talk.
What else you want? I mean, you want? I'll give you 20 gallons of mead, 1,000 rabbits, and some something called donkey butter.
Yeah. But you want to throw in some donkey butter?
I
We
say
can
to you
talk.
knowingly. I say to you knowingly. And I can get it. I can get it like say, trash bag full. 55-gallon trash bag. Whatever. So
See, this is what I'm talking about. Like,
you want some deer?
if
I'll
you've
give you
got
some deer.
skills,
I need. There you go. And that's goods and services, right? And that's never going to change, even in shift. Even when the balloon goes up, and I'm saying this right on time, right? People are going to be resourceful to get what they want, you know? And so if I want a sword and I like your sword, hey, we can talk.
yeah, I can make you one.
We can come to terms. Yeah. I
There,
don't need swords, man.
my swords are
I pretty
stupid expensive though because of what I have to do to put into them.
Yeah.
And I understand that. I mean, I know that for most
I wouldn't mind
people,
having a
in
Polish
fact,
saber.
huh?
That'd be me. If I would want a sword, I would. I'm a big fan of a two-hander. I am. I am. I'm a big fan. I can do so much with it. It feels like a spear to me, and I like my spear. I can really work my spear. I'm if I went to war, I'd have all the weapons and I'd be the spearman. I'd be the pikeman. I'm good. I like that thing. I know how it works and how to use it in my bag. Even just the quarterstaff. Just having a staff that was a brutal weapon. But a sword, yeah, I wouldn't mind having a Polish saber. That would be my right now. If I wanted something, a sword. Yes, bone
That's
breaking action. That is correct.
that's a big sword, by the way. I mean, I know that
But it's not. It
when you
doesn't
look
weigh
at this
much.
sword, you
It
don't
doesn't weigh
think
much.
of
That's the thing. It really doesn't. It's not over 3 pounds.
yeah, it doesn't weigh much, but it's really long.
Yeah,
This
and
sword
nimble.
right here, this is about a pound, maybe 2.5 pounds tops.
That's good. Yeah.
If you were to grab a polar saber, imagine this sword with about a 7, maybe 8 inches on extension on that blade, and
Home bark
minus
timber.
the extra hilt. So you'd have
Yeah.
a
It's
hand.
yeah. I
It's a
haven't even.
one-hander. You,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it's
You're against your
huge.
and wide. It's got some width to it. I like that. Uh, you know, that makes for good pokey. Having that wide body going in really
Yeah,
helps.
polar
And it's just
sabers.
lightning fast. I mean, lightning fast.
They had that dummy thick spine like I put into all of my blades, but they had a really nice thin hollow grind profile on their edge, and then at the tip it got thick again. I I
Hmm.
like polar sabers. I like all the different sabers, believe it or don't. been a kind of a saber freak for my life.
Yeah. It's
So
something I'd like to get into. You know, and I'm coming from basically, my roots, of course, are like in, traditional, what do you call it? Japanese kendo, kimpo, that kind of
yeah,
thing. And then morphing and then, branching out. And now I'm really loving, I've been hanging out with the Kali and the Krimza, learning that and getting that down. And now I want to get into European martial arts, HEMA historically and Polish sabers and learn that. I'm learning, I am, but I think I want a Polish saber. Yeah. And of course, an
so
axe. An axe never changes for me. I'm gotta have an axe.
the reason why I chose this blade, in particular, because I could make a plethora of different types of swords. My first sword I ever made was a katana. All right, so
Right.
I could
Yeah,
make,
yeah.
you name the sword, I could make it if I really wanted to. The reason why I chose this sword is because for almost 200 years,
Sticky stabby things. Yes.
this
Was.
sword was the backup to your pistol. That's
Right. Yeah.
this sword was something.
Yeah. This was your no fail. This was your last option.
Yeah, you could chop down trees with this thing. You could, you know, it would take limbs off of a tree just as easily as it would take somebody's arms off.
Yeah.
And it was built for dueling because it had to be light and nimble because you were a footman. And a footman was the guy on the stagecoach who would be riding where we call shotgun. All right. He'd be riding in that seat, and it was his job to protect everybody inside the stagecoach. So if the footman dismounted and you weren't at your destination, you stayed inside the coach because somebody was about to die. He'd normally stay up on the coach until everybody got out if they were just pulling up for park for the night or something. So yeah, a, a footman was considered to be the last line of defense for a stagecoach. They got stopped on the road in between towns by bandits, and the likelihood is that they've already discharged their blunderbuss, they've already discharged their pistols,
I've
and
always wanted
now
one of those.
they've got this.
Yeah.
And that's it. So
I'm seeing some
anyways,
new people in chat. Yeah. Oh, I love it. Yeah. And that's the way it was. And, that's kind of how it is already.
yeah.
You have to think that way. You have to think what if something fails and I'm out of that option. Got to go to next option B, option C, option D, and then the no fail. I mean, it's fine. Down to hands and fists. But having these tools, that's welcome to life. Welcome to life here on Earth. That's how we've done things for how many millennia? So why is that ever going to change, right?
Right?
I'm seeing some new people here in chat. Hey guys, Stacy Northern Aurora Treasures, the pipe guy. Let's see who else we got. A bartender in here. Hey bartender, what's his name? Home Bartending with John. I like that name. Hello, John. Welcome, Skull. All right. Stacy keeps her machete in the truck. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, indeed. Welcome, Stacy. I like you
So
already.
right quick, I just want to give a shout out real quick. Thank
Go
you
for it.
so much, Majik, my brother, for taking up slack for me while I'm out here goofing off in the panel.
You guys are awesome, man. I mean, that's what's up. You guys are like, in a sea full of mods. I mean, I like to think of you guys as just, doing your thing. You guys are doing the thing. Majik, you're out. Okay, thank you. Yeah, you guys are just making it happen. Chat's where it's at. Chat, community. You guys do what you want and you make the show. I'm just sitting here just You know? Oh, okay, push button. Yay, talk. Welcome to Mad Chat. You guys are the fucking true stars here, man. Really.
So,
Seriously.
anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and jump down because obviously you got tons of folks here that want to get up here and
Well, you know,
chat
Billy's
your
been
ear
trying
off.
to get up for 3 hours now. And once he figures that
Right.
out, we're never going to get, never going to get off of here. So thank you very much, Blaine. Hey man, I emailed you my number and stuff. I don't know if you received it or not. Please feel free to call me, text me, whatever.
All
Yeah.
right, brother.
Yep.
It was
Take care
good
of yourself.
talking at you.
You as well. You as well.
Did it work? Ain't working.
Can you do it?
Oh,
Push buttons. There we go. Hey, I see Cherokee. What's up, Cherokee? Boom. Just got 2 handmade knives. All right, Billy, now is your chance, Billy. Get up here. Come on. You can do it. Okay, Billy, it's your turn. Jules. Yeah. Majik, I'm pretty sure dropped a link. So yeah, you've been in here for 3 hours. I hope you figured it out. Yeah, got some new people here. Home Bar Titty. Welcome to Lackluster Fridays. Please hit that thumbs down button. That's right. Go thumbs down and fuck you. That's right. We're all about the thumbs down, fuck you here. Please hit that thumbs down button. And you are weapons free for the fuck you emoji. Anything you got, something pisses you off, you just let me know. And do it this way. Right? Sonia, thank you very much. We're not followers. I don't like to think of badass Sheena. Thank you. And boom, Guardsman dropping the link. Hell yeah, thank you very much. Thumbs, that's right, Cherokee. Thumbs down. Kanajan, he's going up. He can't help it. He's like, sorry. Link is above. Link is above, Billy. Look to Guardsman and 134. And there is a link. And we shall see you. Yep. Oh, Stacy, hopefully he'll figure it out. Stacy Northern Aurora Treasures. I've caught a glimpse of the Aurora. I caught a glimpse of it in Alaska, but it didn't get a really good sighting of it. And I've never really been up north. But I would love to see it. I've been everywhere else in the world, but I haven't seen the fucking Aurora. Objective observations matter. Thank you, Majik. Billy, you have so many interests. Come on, let's go, Billy. Team Billy, you can do it, Team Billy. Hit the button. Hurry up, Billy. Yes, you can, Billy. Hit the link, and there you are. It's very simple. But if you really can't join the stream, please tell me what you're experiencing, because this is all a learning curve for me and everybody else here too, who is checking out this YouTube thing. Let's see, Stacy, they're beautiful but hard to see them this year to cloudy every time. Hoping to catch some video as we enter spring. Oh wow, Bonebreaker. I saw people doing down wrestling tonight. What? I thought you invented it. That never seen before anywhere else before. I just made it up myself. So okay. That's cool. Hell yeah. Maybe can't load. Billy. I don't know what to tell you, man. It sounds like it's something on your end. If you can explain more in detail, what maybe we can help you out to get on. Basically, all you have to do is hit the link, and then from what I understand, that takes you right to this part, and I get to see you, and all I have to do is just allow deny. And so right now below me, I have a black blank spot where my chest down here should be. Right here, it's all black, and it says triangle guest left. So I have no guest, and there's no wait. Once you're the first one in, boom, you're in. There you go. And it doesn't allow for anybody else to wait behind the scenes or anything. It just, like you guys said in chat, is that it just tells you I have the maximum amount of guests. So sounds like it's a YouTube thing. I have a cheese cutter to show you. Oh, really, Sheena? Canada, I cut the cheese a few times this evening. Oh God. Are we talking Munster or fucking blue here? I would pay fair price for the dolls, no worry. It won't let you do it. Okay, Billy. I don't understand. There you go. That's the spirit. Boom, boom. The pipe guy. That's right. Thumbs down and fuck you. And you know, I say this with a term of endearment and love. Fuck you. That's that. You know, that's for me. That's an acceptable greeting. You know. I cannot, Sheena, but if you look for it, you will find it. It is in chat. I have no control. You do, basically. All right, I like that one too. Yeah, boom, boom, thumbs down, fuck you, boom. That's right. That's and Bonebreaker was talking about they were doing it in wrestling, huh? That's interesting. Maybe you could use this as like a like a fist or something. Boom, yeah, you know. Calling BS. Uh-oh. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it would work. You know, maybe you can go like for a quick little boom. Some kind of wrestling move, an elbow, or what about if you go to do a suplex and you do this? Yeah, a little shout out. WWE owes you money, copyright that stuff, right? Oh, it was WWE, huh? Yeah, they're probably watching. they're probably in chat right now. Oh, wow. That was a burp. Oh, yes. Welcome to Lackluster Fridays, folks. Congratulations. You survived the week. The weekend is now yours. Yeah. I'm loving this interview thing. I really am with a guest. And I'm just having a guest on whoever, whatever, what's up. We just uh just going with the flow here and seeing what happens. It's all big experiment and learning experience for me and everybody else here. So pretty neat. I think so. Um, Number CC4, come on up. Magic. Number CC4, Stefan Royce, pick up. Oh, I loved her. I did. Yeah, come on up, Juice. Like I said before, I don't know. I have no control over what the screens is showing me. So if you want to show your face, if you don't want to show your face, I don't know if there's any options of that nature. Please feel free to any guests that have been on to say, to comment. But I know I can flip it. I don't know what I can do on your end. So it doesn't really. Basically, you have all the control over your end. So if you don't want to show your face, if you do want to show your face, you better think about that before you hit that button and to join. I know a lot of people enjoy their anonymity. Highland Husky. Damn, I paid 20 for a shrimp fried rice. Oh man, I forget how much it was too, man. It was at the USO at Camp Schwab in Okinawa. And I forget. I think it was like $5 or $6, man. Uh, 64. No, but 64. It was just a little joke, that we all. It was one of those little things that was part of life, there in Okinawa, and it you just kind of find it. Oh, you were John, yeah, Camp Schwab, yeah, right on. Cool. I was there 95. Yeah, 95, I think. I think it was because I went to Australia from Okinawa, and that was Kangaroo 95. So that 6 month deployment, that we do, I don't remember most of the time frame. We were in typhoons, 88 to 89. So you were before me. But I'm pretty sure not much changed, right? Okay. We have a guest here. Boom. There you go. You are up. Home bartending with John. We're gonna talk. Hang in there. Hold on a second. Sheena, how are you doing? Love.
I'm doing good. How are you? Hold on, let me get my headset in.
Oh, okay. All right. You got to set up. Okay.
I didn't expect it to work.
Cool, huh? What do you think?
It doesn't work on the computer. You have to use your phone. I'm on a this is my iPhone. So I tried to get so that's why you see the green screen. So I cannot see you on Okay, I can hear you now. The hell, the computer's still making noise. There we go. So yeah, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Carol Ann Henderson dropped in, and we were talking about how we met, and I was like, Mad
Oh, Carol Ann's
Shad.
here.
Hey,
Yeah.
Carol. And then we started talking about how much we love you. And I was like, I've been missing Shad's live streams. Let's go over there. And I explained you're spicy. So anybody that wanted to come over, come on over. And I
I'm
had to
spicy.
see you. You're spicy.
Am I?
So yes, you are. You're very
Just a
spicy.
bit.
Let me find. Are you gonna drop me down? No, it's good. Hold on, let me grab my cheese cutter. Where the hell is my cheese
Oh,
cutter?
yeah. You have a cheese cutter. We
Where's
must
my
see your
cheese
cheese
cutter?
cutter.
Yes, I must show you my cheese cutter.
All right.
It is so
Hold on
I
a
gotta
second here.
find my cheese cutter. My
Cam
daughter
Jensen says a spicy number 64. The plumbers are
Oh,
here.
we have the
Hello,
plumbers.
plumbers. Yes.
Where the hell is my cheese cutter?
So are these your people? Stacy, Northern Aurora Treasures, home bartending with John.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
These are they're not my people, but yeah, they came from over there.
They're from the Sheena tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the Shad tribe. You are now blue. There we go.
Yeah, these are cool people. They are so cool, you guys.
Cool.
They're amazing people.
You've
So
been doing
yeah,
so. Okay, no, please let me take over.
go ahead.
So
You're in
your
control.
name is Sheena.
Mhm.
Tell us about yourself and what you've been doing. And where you're at, what you're doing now, where you're going. And tell us about yourself.
Well, my name is Sheena. I'm Sheena of Sheena's Cutivore Life. I've been on an amazing health journey. I'm a homesteader. I'm a prepper, undercover prepper. Because most people just look at you crazy. And so I've been watching Mad Shad for a very long time. He's watched my health journey go from very sick with lupus to where I am now. I'm a carnivore. I eat a lot of meat and a lot of cheese. And I got tired of not going anywhere with my channel. I watched Shad work his butt off networking and meeting great people, bringing great people to the community that are very like-minded. And I just started doing the work and decided that F these people, we're going to help everybody grow and we can all get there and we can do it together. And you know what? We did, and we still are. And I think it's awesome. You guys rock. So if your channel's not growing, hang out with Shad, come hang out with me, and we'll get you there. Because you know what? Everybody can get a little jingle in their pocket. I made my first YouTube check, by the way. First
Wow.
YouTube check. It was crazy. Okay.
Congratulations.
I
How
know.
much? How much?
Uh,
How many coffees do you have?
Okay, well, my YouTube alone was 324.12, and then my buy me a copies was probably a little over 100, and then there's also my merch. So yeah, people like turds. They like turds. I actually
Wow,
did a cup and
that's
stuff
cool.
with turds. Say we don't play with turds, we flush them, and people actually like that. So yeah, I can't find my freaking cheese cutter. I don't know where my daughter. She
Oh
kites
yeah, we got to
knives.
see your cheese cutter. Yeah, we got to see your
She
cheese
likes
cutter.
it.
Yeah, I'm
What
not
I
monetized. I don't know if I'm going to go monetize or anything. I kind of like where I'm at.
Yeah, well, you know what? If you like
I
where
might sell
you're
some
at,
merch. And
yeah, do that.
and the way I'm looking at it is, you want to send me money? Yeah, send me a Christmas card. Yeah,
Yeah, I got a
send me a card.
yeah. People send me cards, and it's like I love it, you guys, and stickers. You guys get stickers made because I have a sticker board, and I want to
Cool.
shout you out.
I'm getting me a sticker. I have a place that needs a lot of stickers.
That's
So
cool. I got to get
yeah,
my stickers made still. I still
I
haven't
like
done it.
stickering things. I do.
Yes. It's so good to see you, Shad. I miss you. I've been catching your videos, though. I've been catching your
I've been
videos.
watching you kind of just climb. Your intergalactic community lives are amazing. Where you just got all these people from all over
Yeah.
just hanging out in your chat and doing things, and now you're hanging out over here. It's great. Yes, Trial by Axe shirts are coming. Yes, they are. They are. They're on their way. They're on their way. Trial by extras. These things.
Say it,
So-
do more, do Host.
Ooh, du hast mich. Right.
You guys, he's a rock star. I love Shad. I'll never forget him. That's what I was talking about earlier. You have these people that come in your life that you never forget. And Shad is one of those people that you'll never forget. He's amazing.
I will never forget, and I forget on a daily basis. So, yeah.
We're getting old. We're both 48, you know.
Yeah. What? No,
I said you're
no,
not
I'm
48.
49. I'm
Oh.
49.
Well,
Yeah.
still. But
Yeah.
anyway, I can't find my freaking cheese cutter. I don't know what she did with it. She
Come
likes
on.
she
Call her.
collects
Call your daughter right
Shayla.
now and say, "Hey, I'm on a
I
live
will
stream.
right
It's
now.
very important. I
She's
need
not
this
a-
cheese cutter."
She's not at her dad's. We yell, Shay, where's my cheese cutter? What do you mean you don't know? Well, look over here for me.
Thousands of people want to see this cheese cutter. It's very
It's in an
important.
Amazon box. It's a cool one too. I want it. It's a cool knife. I was like, that is so cool. It's a I'm trying to think of what it's called. It's a fancy one.
Fancy. I like that.
It's a cheese cutter. That's why I called it on my channel so they don't get me. It's a cheese cutter.
Oh, okay. All right. Kind of like my cheese cutters.
You have big cheese cutters.
Yeah, I have big cheese cutters.
He does big cheese cutters.
Yeah.
Have you showed what have you done with your axe lately that you made? Have you done anything
Oh.
different with it?
No, not really.
My dear cheese cutters.
Old
Go
dad
look
do
in my
my
room.
Yeah, so it's still the same.
Oh, that's you did a really good job on it.
Yeah, it's still work in progress. I keep adding little runes to it. You know, little ideas. What does that say? Yeah, tier. But yeah,
That's
some other
cool.
things. And yeah, I'd like to make a few. So that's my merch, and of course it's something I get to play with and make,
Yeah,
which I like.
that is
Yeah.
cool. It's very inspiring. You're inspiring.
Well, I'm constantly inspired by you guys, of course, you guys and gals out there, and of course in everything I see,
Right.
anything and everything I see, there's an inspiration there. It's pretty wild. If we've talked about this before, if you're open to that creativity and allowing yourself to just get in there,
Blossom.
you know,
Blossom.
I mean, yeah, I mean, we just talked to Blaine. He's making a sword. You know,
That's
was
cool.
direct. Because he wants to make a sword, and he wants it a certain way. So and particularity. You have a particular style or need or something of that nature. It's going to affect how you make things.
That's true. That is true.
Billy with the dim mock. Oh, look out! Billy's got the touch of death. Here we go. Yeah. Been a fan of
So-
old kung fu movies. Yes. So, what you been doing? How is the weather? Can you tell us anything about your area? You can be as vague as you want. You don't have to tell us everything, but I like to hear about the weather, the conditions, things like that.
Well, I'm in Oklahoma and it froze my pipe the other night, so I didn't go live. And then, so I had to have a plumber come out and fix that. And today it was in the 50s. So everything's great now. So it's crazy. The weather's nuts.
And so, what have you're growing a lot of things inside and outside, right? Did you
I'm
move
not-
everything inside?
Yeah, the super hot peppers that I wanted to salvage, I did move inside back in the fall, but I have not started anything new. It depends. I don't really know if it's going to be a total loss like last year because we had the drought and everything died and it sucked. But I think I'm going to do the container gardens again because I did the ones I got for free from a company that they ship stuff in. So I think I'm going to do that because I want to travel. And if I'm growing a bunch of crap, how am I going to travel? I need to go get some steaks.
Oh, I see what's going on here. This is great. This is great. I love this. I know what you're doing. You're ready. You're ready
yeah.
to see the world. You're ready to show the world, Sheena.
I got the honey badger knife. That's what I won
Honey
right here
badger.
on YouTube, you guys. It is freaking fabulous. it keeps a really good blade as well. Let me show you. So this is the honey badger that I won right here on YouTube.
Okay.
It
I'm familiar
and
with this.
it is a great knife. Holy
Yeah.
crap, I didn't
Yeah.
even know they existed. But
Yeah, they're pretty
yeah, it's very sharp and it's very easy to
Okay,
open.
so you have to stop. You have to go back from the beginning, please, and open the knife on the camera.
Holy crap. Now I gotta close the
Yes.
knife.
Yeah, we have to see you open the knife. If
Okay, okay.
yeah.
Well, okay, let me try to set
Us
my
nerds, us knife nerds have to have this.
it's really easy to open. Okay, hold up. Hold on.
Yep,
Ah!
show it.
You almost lost yourself. Okay.
Ow!
Let's see. You could possibly. Okay, let's see if I can do it one-handed. How's that?
Ooh, okay. Yeah, back up a little bit.
I can't. Let me stick it
What
between my legs. Hold on. Okay. There. That easy. It's so easy. It's so light. Holy crap, it's light. So, bam. Now
Linear
get some
lock.
cheese.
Okay. So
It-
how do you? That's how you open your knife?
Well, not usually. I don't usually have a phone between my legs or in my hands. I mean, I don't do like you guys like that. You know, I might cut my finger.
Grab like the blade. No, so that hole there is a thumb flip
Is it really? I did not know that.
or a finger flip. You can do a thumb flip or a finger flip.
Okay, this sucker is sharp as hell. Okay,
Yeah.
let's try
Well,
it.
I mean, just keep it, right there.
It's
and
just
just
easier
do a
to do
thumb
it
flip.
like this.
Yeah, but that's dangerous. You're grabbing the blade. You want the blade as
Grabbing The
yeah, you're
top.
grabbing the blade. You're grabbing the blade. Don't grab the blade.
Show me how to do it. You got one not by you?
Hold on a second. Stand by.
He's gonna teach me not to cut my finger.
Okay. I normally carry fixed blades, but I do have blades. This is a cold steel. It's a very cheap knife. Look, I'm gonna open it like you do, right?
Mhm.
I forget the name of this. It's very cheap, but it's cold steel. Cold steel tough light. Anyway, they came in assorted colors. I like the showing of it. But anyway, it's a knife. It's very similar to yours.
Mhm.
Mine is a linear. Yours is a linear lock right here, but mine is the little difference is I have it. It's like a lock that way. It's very powerful. But that hole, you see that hole? Everything is closed. Literally, I can go like this. Boom.
Oh, that's cool.
Snap, and it's at the ready. So one hand operation. Same thing is I can close it if I need to, but either with my thumb or my finger flick, boom, it comes right open. Or
That's cool.
I can do it with my thumb if I do need to do it that way. So now I have that at the ready. There's other things other ways to open it, like that. I didn't show you that. Okay.
Well, thank you
Good
for teaching me.
match.
Now I can practice.
And this is why I have lanyards on my knives, for many, many reasons. If you're going to be camping or moving around, this is a piece of gear you want to keep.
Mhm.
It's good to have a lanyard, and also it's good to be able to use it and have it on your body where you can it's not going to fall off. So anyway, and it feels good to open. There's also other ways. Like I said, this. Let's see if I can get this on camera. Literally, I just spin it,
Oh, that's cool.
and then you can
Dangerous.
catch it. Yeah. But I like having a lanyard because I can switch either from this grip to this grip very
Oh, that's
easily.
cool.
So I mean that's another use of the lanyard, and it's very needed. Sometimes you have to stab something or whatever, or you
Right.
need to be able to get in there and do some fine cutting. It's a good knife, an EDC knife like that. Absolutely, it's really good to have, and it's one hand operation.
One of my
When you-
favorite knives is a Gerber, and it has a finger hole in it. And I love
like
that
fingers.
I still love that knife because I feel like, somebody's not gonna be able to take it away from you. You're not gonna drop it. You've got that finger hole, hold on to it. I love it. And it's made by Gerber, but it's been a great knife. It really has.
Wow. Yeah, they hold up. Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
okay, so from a defensive perspective, a tactical perspective, what do you think about a knife?
I've always been a knife collector and bayonets. And so I love knives. I've
Wait,
always
you
loved
said
knives.
bayonets?
Yes.
Ah,
Yes, bayonets. I've always loved stuff like that, the history. I love things that are made with people's hands. The hammered steel, that it just I don't know, I love it. I'm cheesy like that. But I've always been a knife collector and I've always loved knives. You can't really do anything without a good knife. I mean, whether it's preparing your food or cutting things up, I mean, you have to have a good knife. And some are made better than others. So
very
I just
cool.
like
Very
knives.
cool.
So yeah. But I like swords too. Don't get me wrong. They're just a little out of my price range, but I do like swords. But yeah. But talk about home defense. See some crazy lady coming at you.
I mean, that was the original home defense with the sword.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just wanted to stop by and say you're cared about. We love you and we miss you. And I'm glad you're
Miss
here.
me. I'm
And
still here. Hey, welcome.
I know
Welcome.
it's me. I was like, I was thinking about you the other day. So I went and watched your videos and I was like, man, I miss Shad. And then I saw Carol tonight, Carolyn Henderson. And I was like, I met you on Shad's. And it was like, I miss Shad. We gotta go see Shad. So I shut down the stream. I was like, I gotta go see Shad.
Oh,
So
you're badass. You're a badass. Welcome to Lackluster Fridays. And
yeah.
yeah, I mean, you've been hanging out, with me for quite some time. Matter of fact, you're in this, you're in here somewhere, for this.
Yep.
I mean, so yeah, some people I collect files too on people all the time. I,
That's
I I haven't got to the point where I can go to your name and pull up the game or anything, but I'm working on it. I am
that's
working on it so that be able to archive it. That's
that's
cool. That's very
that's
cool. Yeah, you've had some amazing matches in here too.
yeah, a lot of
Some epic ones.
fun. I've
Some
done
epic
some
ones.
one hitters in there. It's
Yep,
it's been
yep.
cool.
You've made a. I want to get that Hall of Fame thing set up. That would be great. And your
The
name,
cod
your name,
cod piece.
God Peace Hall of Fame, right?
Cod
Uh,
piece.
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna fly off of here because I'm gonna make me steak to eat and watch you. But you guys come up on
Okay,
panel. You have to
stop right
use your
there. You
phone.
got to talk about the steak.
Okay, I bought I think it was 7 pounds of strip steak that I cut into steaks, which is New York strip, and because I end up paying like $8 and some odd cents a pound by doing it like that. So
Mm.
that's how I do my meat is I buy a large quantity, restaurant supply, whatever, Costco, Sam's, whoever has the best price, and then I cut it myself. And lately, since it's too cold outside, I've been using the George Foreman. I just throw it on there, voila, and it's
George Ford.
done.
Okay.
I love hey, I had to go to QVC because I couldn't find a big one. They were all little bitty tiny ones. I was like, "That's not gonna work." So, yeah, I found it on Q for like $40. It works so good. I mean,
Wow.
I love it. But, carnivore, it's the way to go. I have
That's right.
so many
Right.
people that come to my channel saying, "You don't eat vegetables, you don't eat fruit," and it's like, "I stay away from sugar." It's not that I don't like it, I love it. It doesn't like lupus, it doesn't like me. And so I'm okay with cheese and meat. I mean, you can't go wrong with cheese and meat, right?
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
but people just can't wrap their mind around it. It's like, look, I have things to live for. I want to live to be old and dusty and, you
And
know,
the thing about, right now I'm doing a protein thing. I'm doing yeah, last week was chicken. This week is beef, and the next week is going to be fish. So I'm going through all the proteins. So because I want to get big and strong here.
yeah,
I want
yeah,
to build mass and build some muscles and help myself as along the way. So yeah, it's your message and your journey that I've watched for quite some time here, and you're turning into a little hottie. You know that, right?
Well, thank you, Shad.
Yeah, I mean, you're quite the looker. So
Mm.
and you said something about traveling. So I know what you want to do. I know what you want. You want to
I
see
want to
the
come see
world.
Shad. I want to come
You
see
come see
Shad.
Chad. Yeah, you come see me. You want, but I know you want to hit the beaches.
Yeah.
You want to drink coconut, water from a coconut. And have a pig cooking on the beach over there.
Well,
You
I
know,
was invited to Hawaii and I was invited to England. And so Hawaii makes more sense to me because it's
what a
closer.
Hawaii.
And
Yeah,
I've never been, so but there's a lot of places here in the United States that I haven't seen that I want to see before I get too old to not be able to see them. And
right.
so that's what I want, and maybe camp out at some of these places as well. I mean, I do have an SUV, and
Yeah.
just camp. I mean, I'm not afraid to camp out. So
Little
that
adventure.
saves. Yeah, it
Yeah.
saves some money too. The cool thing about YouTube is, get you a tax guy because you are an entertainer. So you go recording this stuff, you can write it off on your taxes. So you're basically in having a great time on not your buck. I mean, yeah, you got to put it up front, but you get it all back at the end of the year because it is a
Right.
business. So it is cool.
Interesting. Hmm.
I'm learning the loopholes. How do
That's
they
cool.
do
That's cool.
that,
And we all have to learn this kind of stuff,
Mhm. Exactly.
Uh, we have to adapt, adapt, change, and overcome. Improvise, adapt,
Mhm.
change, overcome. Always, whatever they do, we do better.
Exactly, exactly. So, yeah, so I
I'm
don't
loving.
know.
I'm loving. I'm watching you. I'm watching you grow. I am. I'm watching you grow. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
well, it was encouraging people like you that would say silly things like, "Oh, Sheena, you're looking good," and it's like, "No, I'm not. Oh, shut up." You know?
Well,
And
and think about it. It's from your perspective.
yeah, well, yeah.
Your perspective in the mirror, nothing changes.
Mhm.
Everybody else around you, whoa, they see changes. It's kind of
Yeah.
like that Einstein theory that if you're going to travel somewhere 25 million light years away and you do it at the speed of light, it's going to take you 5 years. But when you get back, everybody else is then age 75 years. You're like, huh, what? Damn, how's that work? You just don't know until you see everybody else's reaction. So
That's true.
right on to
You're
you.
you're
I,
awesome. But he is a great supporter, you guys. He really encourages people. He has a beautiful heart, even though he's a tough guy. But, you are
I'm
a
an
tough
tough
guy.
guy.
You're a tough guy. You're
An
the
ex
manly
tough guy.
man.
Oh
Testosterone.
please, oh please.
Anyway, I'm gonna fly off here. I love you. I love all you guys. Thanks for being a part of my life as well as Shad's because he rocks. And you guys have a beautiful Friday night.
Right on. Thank you very much, Gina. Good seeing you. Good talking to you. And yes, I enjoy watching you grow and move forward.
Thank you. I'll see you guys in the chat.
All
Thanks
right.
for looking
Thank
at
you
my
very much.
cheese cutter. You're welcome.
I got to see this cheese cutter. There you go, folks. That's Sheena, a very beautiful soul. Really, really is. Check her out. And yeah, like I said, she comes in here and it's the nice and sweet, and she is. She's very nice. She's very encouraging and very, very loving in nature. But you put an axe in her hand, and boom, she turns into a freaking Viking. Yes. So I love that. I love seeing that duality, if you will, of that type of duality, especially in women. We all think of women as being nice and dainty and weak and everything, but holy shit, they can bring it. They can bring it. So, and it's part of the life journey too. The life journey and life experience. Understanding as well. Thank you very much, Blaine. You guys are running this shit, man. I mean, I don't know what to say. You guys are awesome. I mean, seriously. And so, yeah, Guardsman, you don't have to make me no sword, but dude, I don't know. Okay, hold on a second. You said Ufbert. So we'll talk about Viking swords. in my slight disdain for them. I mean, just, I wouldn't mind having a Viking type sword, but I know how they were used. They were used more like a metal whip than anything else. A metal whip and a stabby implement. It was very specific, and it was used to uh, along with tandem with a shield. That was their. But you can get creative with it. We'd have to go over some of that. The pommel and the pommel shape and all that. But I don't like sword type where it's really tight in my hand and I have no maneuverability. You can go straight to your face. Yeah. Yep. Smoke them if you got them, Mrs. Preppy Plumber. Yes. So yeah. I wouldn't mind having a Polish saber, right? What'd you call it? What'd you- Hussar. Ooh, the Hussar. Yes. That's it. Yes, I like that. The Hussar. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Ja, yes, the smoking lamp is lit. Yeah. And that was a real thing. That was a real thing. Naval tradition. If that lamp was on, you could smoke there. If that lamp was off, don't smoke there. Or petty chief is going to have your ass. People are going to throw wrenches at you. Whoa, shit. No, you don't have to do this, Guardsman. I know what you're doing here, but that's really cool. Oh man, you don't have to go through all that, please. You're trying to make your sword. I can just go buy one. You know what I mean? I want to play with one. I want to play with one and trade on one. And I'm going to cut stuff with it. So I don't want a really good one. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to fuck this thing up. I'm going to take it to the woods and chop shit. I'm probably going to throw it at things. I'm going to learn a lot of stuff. I'm going to be dropping it all the time. I'm sure anyone play pool. Hell yeah, Billy. So I'm just saying, don't make me no masterpiece because I'm going to fuck it all up in my learning curve, in my quest for the Polish saber. But yeah, I played with one and I liked it. But it was at a fucking, there was glass everywhere. I couldn't swing it around. There were people walking around. I couldn't, but I got a feel of it. I was like, ooh, I like that. Yeah. But yes, folks, welcome to Lackluster Fridays. Yeah, I'm sitting here offering to make Prince Force for sword because you're going to be hard pressed to hurt it. Okay, I mean, but I've broken anvils. Just saying. I've broken big things. Things that are not supposed to break, I break them. By accident, of course. Billy's got a pool table. Everybody to Billy's house. All right, I'm gonna turn sideways. What'd that look like, y'all? Am I trying to lay this down and keep it fucking plugged up? And I don't know, I got like 14% power here. Uh, oh, wait a second. Oh shit, folks. Oh no. I have 8% battery. What the fuck? That's not good. Trust a Marine to break a rock with their love. Folks, I have to say that my phone's gonna die. Damn, I wanted to keep this going. Uh, I got my old charger went kaput, the wire, and I had to get a new wire, and it's just not working as good. So, wow, I didn't expect this. I thought I was charging, but I'm not. If I win, they get mad. If I lose, my partner gets mad. But gee, that would be a hot tub. So yeah, I was hoping this would charge, but no, I'm at 8%. You guys, and I'm noticing that things are starting to dim a little bit. So I'm going to take this opportunity to say, y'all, thank you all very, very much for hanging out with me here at Lackluster Fridays. Yep. Oh no, I'm about to experience technical difficulties. Uh, So I must tell you right off the bat, I love you all. Thank you all very much. I like this. I like this setup, this whole interview. We feel like you, man. Thank you, Billy. Holly, good night. Majik, Sheena, all you guys, Kenneth, and all you guests that came up here. Everybody in chat that's been just hanging out and dropping links, man. It's been badass. I am I, brother. That's right. I am I. I can't show it. That's the new YouTube thing. I can't do that. But I'd love to. I'd love to give you a baby eagle salute. my little carry. I carry IMI 40. That thing is. I love that thing. Man, Israeli Military Institute. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Badass. And it's an old gun. It's an old fucking gun, but it's still badass. Anyway. Yeah. So. Thank you all, Stacy, Northern Aurora Treasures. Guys, take this opportunity now to drop your links, drop your links, drop your links. Yes, trial. Eliza Blue. Yes, Eliza Blue is our special guest for Trial by Axe. Yes. If you don't know who Eliza Blue is, she's check her out. You can't miss her. She's got short blue hair, sometimes blonde. She wears makeup. She's a true douche canoe. Yes. True Douche Canoe. So check her out. She is going to be our special guest for Domermethax Trial by Axe tomorrow night, 7 p.m. The Lies of Blue. Yes. So yes, thank you all very much. Yep, 40. The 40 is a fucking badass. It really is. Yeah. It's got good slap. It's got some good slap. Majik out. Thank you, Majik. Majik and Guardsman, you guys have been dropping those links. Getting the link out. That's pretty cool. I got to figure out a way that I can do it. I guess this is very dependent upon you guys to do this. Gehards, do it. But yeah, this was this was an interesting experiment. And I loved it. I loved it, and you guys seem to enjoy it as well. Yeah, this is really cool. We'll do more of these. But thank you all very, very much. Oh yes, on that day by bloodshed, will the gods make known their will? That's right. I love that. Yes, thank you all very much for hanging out with me. And there it is. Boom. Yep, battery charging, battery power. Oh, I don't know if you're reading me now. I can barely see you. Oh, the battery's about to go dead. Oh, darkness will come. I don't know. I can still see chat, just barely. Man, everything is dark. Everything is fading fast. So I'm going to try to stick it out until the bitter end. How about that? I can only see chat moving. It's so dark. The battery is literally about to die. That's amazing. So I've killed the battery, and hopefully it will charge up. I do have a little bit of time until Trial by Axe or tomorrow morning. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Somebody's throwing numbers. I see already. But oh man, the battery is fucking shit. Oh well. I guess I better back to the old drawing board and find another one of these things. I don't know if you can still see me. But yeah. Yes. Hanging out with me. That was really cool. Being guest. I think